my thing.
All right.
So what are we on? This is episode 11, right?
Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
time flies when you're having fun.
so I'm in a hotel, obviously. I gotta take a shot real quick. That fucking audio in the beginning, or the fucking technical difficulties, man. I'm in a hotel room and the
Yeah.
fucking Wi-Fi. I have no idea what we sound
Dude,
like,
yeah.
but
Okay.
here's to us. Or you want to talk more? Because I want to take this.
Okay, go ahead and take a shot.
Well, I want to listen. What are you thinking?
You can listen and drink. I uh I do think it's kind of your fault for not just automatically always hitting connect automatically with Wi-Fi.
I thought it did that on purpose. So, and also I shouldn't have the problem where when I start Discord, I have to get the camera going in the first 10 seconds of my laptop being turned on, or it doesn't work.
Yeah,
I'm sneaking
that's
past the
weird. Well,
firewall. Before they can put the firewall up, I'm sneaking in.
yeah, that's so weird that it does that just because you have an external webcam, but who gives a fuck? We got it going, so
I can't lean
you're
back or
Jin.
that fucking chair squeaks.
Ugh.
Here's the good
Nice.
posture.
So have you done any work there yet then? Where you're
No.
in
Yeah.
Fargo, right?
Yeah, so I'm in Fargo. And the first day I got here and I thought of you, I was thinking, my plumber, I don't know these people. I'm going to call him at 8 o'clock in the morning and be like, hey, what's your plan? So we're get our timing, you know, because normally I just show up and the
Right.
plumber shows up and I don't worry about it and we never have problems. But since I didn't know these people, I call them at 8 o'clock, and my manager's like, "Yeah, we got this. They normally show up about 10, 11." I was like, "Okay, well, can you give me his number?" And he's like, "Okay, I need to make a call, and then I'll call you back." Never calls me back. Never gives me his number. So 12 noon o'clock comes around, and so no one's there. So I call him back, and he's like, "Oh, there might have been a problem. They say we're scheduled for Thursday, and they weren't even scheduled." So it
Oh.
was like 2 or 3 before the plumber even got there, and he showed up and he had a jackhammer the concrete, and he's like, "Oh, I don't have my
Hmm.
jackhammer. I guess we'll come back tomorrow." I'm just
That's why you call. Dude, that's par for the course for your company though, man. They don't like not even just the shitty scheduling, but also just them not getting back to you. Like
in
you've
this. I
told me
don't
that
know
so many
this guy.
times, but
I
they
don't
just
know
don't
this
get back.
guy. I mean, it's the manager here. I was talking about the plumber when I
Oh.
said that, but I also don't know this manager, and I figured he had his shit together. And I have another job
Huh.
on Wednesday, and I'm or on Thursday. So tomorrow I'm gonna be like, okay, so we got this one ready. Like, do I need to call the plumber or
How well the thing is I feel like they'll be like, no, it's fine, we got it all ready to go, it's all good to go, and then
one time
you'll
deal?
fucking
That
be
never
there for
happens.
yeah. How many times have you fucking sat there? That has happened before. You've definitely told me that you have
Just
sat at a
once.
job site for fucking ever just waiting for a job for
Yeah.
oh, that was just one time, huh?
One bad time that I remember. There really wasn't that many. Maybe a couple others, but seemed like they were just in a hurry and got out there quick, and I only lost an hour or two. But yeah, that's
So
happened 2 or 3
does
times.
so you obviously work like for that company, but does
Yeah.
these plumbers, not the one that
Nope.
you deal with on a regular basis, but the other plumber now in
All of
Fargo,
them.
does he
What?
they
Sorry.
all
Work for
do they
themselves.
all like yeah, so they work for themselves and so your company just calls them and says, "Hey, we have a job." Do they get bids or anything or they
No,
just
it's
oh,
I don't know how it works with their pay, but we have like our guy, he does all our stuff. Like he's just our plumber. I mean, yeah, he's his own company, but like sure, 80% of his business is just doing stuff for us. So,
hmm.
and I think that's the same here in Fargo with these guys. But I don't know. I'm
So-
sure each job is
so-
different and they've got to pay him more if it I don't know. It's probably some kind of a
Well, the
bid.
thing is, how many jobs can that plumber have through your guys' company if you're down there? Like, who's doing the showers when you're not down there in up there in Fargo?
There's
Down
other
there,
people. There's other
up
people.
from Bismarck,
No, it's just straight east. It's
or
only
east of
3
Bismarck.
hours away.
So how come they had you go to Fargo to put showers in if they have people there? Like, are there people stomping
Well,
around Bismarck in your territory?
no, there's two of us there, and the plumber was talking shit on the other guy today, and he's just like, "Oh, that guy's just slow and a drunk," is what I hear, and I was like, "Wait, I thought it was me." and, but no, that brings up because next they told me today they're like, "Hey, you want to go to Rapid City next week?" And I'm just like, "My plants are gonna die," but yeah. Oh fuck, those gnats are gonna just take over my apartment. Um,
Oh.
so real quick, I gotta go on that tangent. We were talking about going to Rapid City and like, what the fuck were we talking about?
You were talking about your manager asked you if you had to go to that if you would go to Rapid City. And you said,
Yeah.
"Well, my plants are gonna die, but fuck."
No,
Okay.
no, it was too many tangents on tangents. Um, no, it's because I
Uh,
was going to Rapid City this week. They just asked me randomly, and God, there's somebody sick down there, and in Bismarck we don't have any jobs because scheduling they're slow. I don't know why, but they were just like, hey, you don't have any jobs scheduled for this week. Do you want to go to Fargo and do a couple? So I don't know why, if there's someone
uh,
sick or if they just have more than they need. I think they just have a bunch of jobs here and none there, so they just shuffle employees around wherever
okay.
if they're willing.
So I was just yeah, that's what I was wondering about. So there's just a few more jobs in Fargo because or no, there's somebody sick in Fargo.
In Rapid, there's somebody
Yeah.
sick,
Oh, so you'll be going. Oh yeah, you're going to go down there after Fargo then.
but I don't know why I'm in Fargo.
Holy
It's just I think I'm in
shit!
Fargo just to keep me working. Like, I mean, there's probably two other installers here just working still. Um,
I was gonna say, I mean, that's I guess that's good on the company for that, keeping you busy, like trying to keep you busy.
but again,
But
it's not. It's kind of my
um,
choice. I can just say, nah, I don't want to go, but that means I don't work. Oh fuck.
oh yeah, here I'm gonna. I don't think we talked about this on the pod. Maybe we have in the early episodes. I've just done so many now, I just can't remember.
It's about
But
time.
um, the odds, that so my company, our main branch started in Fargo, where you're at, which doesn't really matter at this point. But last year, I started working for this company in January of last year, and so in October, I got sent up to Bismarck, where you live, for a training, and we just got to. Well, the my coworker that I went up there with was supposed to go out with us one night, and never did. Like just after our training, so we're supposed to go out and get some drinks and get some food and whatnot, and he never did. So then we met up, and just random act, my job sent me to the town that you live in North Dakota, and we ended up just meeting up and hanging out and having
And I
fun.
haven't lived here for that long, and you haven't worked there for that long. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
relatively, like, that's fucking awesome. Oh, and then the
Well,
best part of
then
that story, then the next, I was just like, I'm in Sioux Falls. Oh no, I'm not. I'm jumping way ahead. You just
were
keep going.
were you? Well, technically, that's where I was going to go with it because,
Oh,
oh,
you
in
weren't
case
there
anybody
yet.
was wondering, the bird scooters were fucking a blast.
Oh,
Those are those are fun, and Jameson iced teas are good.
did you guys
But
just go and go to a bar every night, kind of pretty much get a little drunk every night?
not the first night we went out and just got food and a couple drinks. Like it was just a couple drinks with dinner because we had the full day of training the next day, and then I think I only got in. I think I was only there for one full day's worth of training, and then
Oh,
that full day's worth of training, we went out. So we got there the night before, then had a full. We were literally there for like 12 hours
yeah, I forgot. You
of
weren't really
training.
there for that long. I mean, you were only there for like 3 days.
Yeah, and then you and I met up that night after the full day of training, went out and had fun and whatnot, and then I woke up the next morning. We went back and we were supposed to. Our training was supposed to go till like 1 or 2. Well, something was going on at the, or it was supposed to go until later than that, I think even, but something was going on at the branch that we had to get back for, and so we didn't even get to finish our training. We left to just right around lunchtime and just drove all the way back, and we were supposed to potentially stay there for another night or only drive halfway back. But then it's even greater is that later on that month, wasn't it? Wasn't it later that month? No. So I went to Bismarck. I was in Bismarck for my anniversary in September. So then the next month in October, we get
Oh yeah.
uh I get like I volunteered. They asked if we wanted to do it, who wanted to do it. So me and one of my other buddies or coworkers volunteered go help our Sioux Falls branch do a branch move. They got a whole new facility and they were moving. They had people from all over the country, more or less, that worked for our company, volunteer to go help do the branch move and get them all moved over and whatnot. And so you fucking asked your work if you could go work in Sioux Falls that week.
Well, I
Well,
was already
they said you're
there.
there a week.
I was already there
Oh
because I
yeah,
was
you
just
were.
there randomly, and you were like, "Dude, I'm gonna be there next week." I was like, "Hang on, let me see if they'll just put me up for another week and have me just stay here and take these guys' jobs." and,
Yeah,
and they
and he
did.
did. Yeah, and yeah, we got to see watch football there and see how living the Sioux Falls life was because you showed us what you were doing basically the whole time you were there. But I mean, not really. We just went to a bar, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
and
I mean, I did go to one bar, and I got on the Sunday before I started the week, and I just got blackout. I took tequila shots and just got blackout. I mean, then Monday morning in a new place, new plumber, I got in press, and like just hung over as fuck.
yeah, that's fine. That's dude. Even I get there's professionalism that needs to be involved, but the way I was looking at it is we got to be away from home. You should at least be able to enjoy it a little bit, you know?
Oh,
Like,
so I'm feeling compelled to just get a little drunk like every night here, because um the Sunday night I got here, and as tradition, I went and I didn't get a tequila shot, but I went to a bar. I don't even remember really. Just I don't even remember what happened Sunday night. But and not because I got that drunk, but I was that drunk. So do with that what you will. Um, then yesterday was Monday. I got there was a jazz bar. This is like a big college town. So um, there was a jazz bar playing on Monday, or jazz playing at a bar on Monday, and that was fucking sweet last night. Like I just had
mm,
like 4 beers, and they were all like IPAs. So I'm just that guy now. And
yeah. Oh my
damn,
god.
I don't think they were that high of alcohol content, but god damn it, it was like I had
They
pizza
had
and
to be if they're
wings,
IPAs.
and there was this like pretty hot girl up there, and I'm just like, oh, I want to talk to her after the show. And then I just was getting too drunk, and like the guy kept coming over, and he's like, you want another one? I'm just like, it's only like they played from 7 to 9, and it was only like 8 o'clock, and I was just like, already fucking getting a little drunk here. And but I didn't really slow down. I just got another beer, and it was like the last 2 beers. I'm just like, can I handle it?
Yeah,
But I
but you
got
did.
them. I hung out, and then 9 o'clock, as soon as they got done, I was just like, I'm fucking just drunk, and I didn't even go up and talk to her. Pussed out. I just went home because I got too drunk.
So, well, usually that gives you courage, but
I just fucked up. I think that
you
I'm not gonna blame it on being too drunk. I blame it on leaving
so
early.
so you don't technically have anything to do there till Thursday then, huh?
No, oh, dude. So Monday, the new plumber, just was like showed up and was like, "All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Like, peace, I'm out." And it's like, dude, I've got a lot of work to do, and it's only 3 o'clock. You could run and get your jackhammer, come back, be done by 6 or 7. But he's just like, "All right, I'll see you in the morning." I'm just like, I didn't care because I just wanted to go home. So,
Yeah.
oh no.
Now you
But yeah,
don't
so
want to,
then
but
today he showed up early, and it took like 4 hours or something to do all his stuff, and I gotta close that door. Um, so I was able to do my stuff at like 2 o'clock today that I would have been able to do at 8 o'clock today. So I got to go back tomorrow, but they scheduled me 3 days for some reason, luckily, and so now I have all day tomorrow to
uh,
finish, and I've got like a half a day's worth of work. So Thursday's my next job.
when you are like there,
I'm
where do
listening.
you get your material from?
Oh, hang on, you can't hear me.
I can kind of hear you.
So the cool part is I used to have to go to Menards and get like screws and drywall. That's pretty much it. But now they carry all the drywall in the shop, and they carry screws and even like toilet paper and or not toilet paper but rags, um,
Mm.
paper towels and all the stuff. Like they have all the stuff in the shop. So you just go to the shop, you get the shower, and then you get the drywall and you get the 2x4s. Now everything they just buy everything in bulk, and so I never have to go to Menards. I just go to the shop, get all everything I need, go to the job. I go back to the shop, throw all my trash away. It's fucking awesome.
I feel like just tells you like how kind of ripping off of people you're doing when you're just buying shit in bulk.
No,
Like
what? No,
particularly,
what? No, I'm fighting
particularly,
back now.
particularly the showers. You're buying showers in bulk,
No, no,
shower materials
those
in bulk.
those are ordered. Like the showers
Oh,
aren't.
I
The
was gonna
only thing in
say,
bulk is the 2x4s and the drywall and the mortar.
okay, so that makes sense. That's whatever. But
Yeah.
I thought you meant like you were getting all of these showers in bulk, and then when they pick out which
Ah,
ones they
damn.
want, to be like, all right, run to the shop and get a Granite Z21 kit, and you fucking just throw it in the van and leave. I'm like,
No,
God,
no, that's like yeah,
that's
Menard
fucking
shit. It's people
yeah.
they go to Menards and they think that this shower should only cost $100 because they can buy one at Menards for $100. It's like
Oh my God, dude, you're preaching to the choir on that.
you
You know
didn't
how many
fucking
times I
order a
fucking
Menard
hear that.
shower that's plastic and has the things. Like you ordered just a flat piece, a specific color. Like I don't know, it's fucking weird.
Dude, I hear, well, I can get that cheaper at Menards or fucking Fastenal or whatever so many times. I'm like, dude, I can't help it. I don't make the fucking pricing here. Like, I just,
Well, and also at least you have good quality materials. We buy the cheapest mowing. Mowing sucks, so it's just like we have all the cheapest stuff,
mm,
but it's still cheaper at Menards. So it's like I mean, it's not the
yeah,
price is cheaper, but the quality is even worse than what we have, and we have
yeah,
pretty.
dude,
So
100%. Well, so our industrial side that we sell is Allen Bradley, and they're, I think from what I understand, they're known to be a pretty high end, or kind of expensive part, but they don't go out. Like I guess they just last way longer than. Now that could just be them telling me that because that's what we sell,
yeah,
but I've just heard that. I've heard that Square D is a little bit cheaper, and a lot of people will go with Square D, but it doesn't last as long. And but then we have like it. I mean, people literally come and tell me that they're like, "Oh, I can go and get that breaker at Menards for way cheaper." I'm like, "Oh,
well,
then dude, then like
it does
whatever,
work
then
out
go to
that
the
way
Menards."
because you're a company trying to make money, and like us. So if they want a like an extra long handheld shower hose, like they want it to be longer or something, um,
Yeah,
you can go through us, and it's going to cost you like $300. Or you can just go to Menards, and where the quality it doesn't matter for this. It's like the same at Menards as it is. Menards is probably a little better, but it's like for $300 versus $30. I mean, the quality's worse,
yeah,
but for a lot of things, it is just you should as a just a good guy, you should be like, no, you just go to Menards, do this. Like we're gonna lose money on it,
yeah.
but
Get the install done, and then go get anything else you want to add to it. That Menards, like that's
but
but
I got
um
wait. So I went to the bar last night and chickened out because it was a perfect opportunity.
mhm.
They got done playing, and I was just like, and then I left. Like I could have like hung out like when they were trying to hang out, got them a drink or something. But no, I just so then I felt bad about that today because I'm a pussy, and so
It happens.
there was a cute girl at the bar or the desk downstairs, and I came up and I was like, hey, you guys, you have any Wi-Fi? And she's like, oh, it's free. And then I came back up here and I was like, damn it, I'm always a pussy. I never fucking talk to anyone. So I just made it a point. I went back down there and I asked her if she wanted to go out and get a drink or something, an hour and a half from now, and or 2 hours from now. And she's like, no, I'm working all night. I was like, oh damn.
I mean,
I like walked away and I was like,
well,
ah, I'm here all week. And then
you,
I was like,
you did it
she's
though.
like, I'm working all week. And I was like, but it wasn't a
Oh,
complete rejection though. She was just said I'm working. Like, so I'm fucking pumped actually.
I'm working it. But you can tell her. I know you know for a fact that if she works at least 8 hours. She's getting a break in there. She knows what room you're in.
Well, she doesn't know me either, but I feel like
That's
you.
true.
um, so that makes
Uh,
it better. No, uh,
yeah, the implication.
yeah, it was pretty much. I was thinking it's like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to hang out with her, but then at the same time, like, she's here all night. I can go down there and hang out with her.
Yeah, dude, she'd probably love it if you went down there and talked to her. I bet she goes fucking
Well,
crazy with how boring it has to get over
yeah,
there.
it didn't really occur to me until later because I was like, oh, it's not a complete rejection. That's great. But then I was like, it never even occurred to me that it's like, oh, she's just working here all night and I'm here all night. Like, I don't know. I could definitely still opportunity to go talk to her.
You go down there and she's actually like hanging drywall and cutting 2x4s and shit, just like can't talk to you. It's just fucking working the whole time.
It's like
Uh,
such a surreal thing. You like go down to like the front desk and they're just like in the middle of the night, like you're just wanting to get the Wi-Fi and they're like
yeah,
have a belt on and just drywalling.
yeah. Fucking, she's running one of the oscillating tools, just making the loudest fucking noise.
I was thinking
It's
nail
fucking,
gun, just like the weirdest thing,
oh
like you're
hey,
just drywalling the reception area or something.
you gotta yell. Well, she just said she's working all night. She didn't tell you what she was doing, but I can just imagine that you walk up to her and you're expecting her to just be sitting at the desk. It's just loud as fuck, and you're just like, "Hey, so what time do you take break?" And she's just like, she's
I
just
have
running her
headphones
tools. She's
on,
like,
dude.
"Yeah, fuck. Oh, god damn it." Dude, I got exciting news. It's not that exciting because there's real potential it could not happen. I could see it happening, but so Paul has season tickets to the Chiefs,
Mm-hmm.
and he has two. Miami plays in Kansas City, and he told me I have dibs on the ticket to go down with him. So
Wait. Oh, you just got two tickets, and
he
they
has two season tickets,
and they're playing
like
in Miami.
every for
Oh
every
my
home game.
god.
And yeah, Miami's playing down there, and he said if I
Oh,
get gas
okay.
on the way down there, and um, and then we split the hotel. He's like, he'll just give me the other ticket, and I'll
Dude,
go down
fuck
there with him.
yeah.
So,
I don't know why I was
dude,
thinking, what if season tickets were just like every game they play? Like you just get to another ticket in another stadium for free if you
another
split it.
stadium.
Yeah, like a brain fart moment. But dude, it'd be
Uh,
sweet if you could see him in
I I
Miami, but
I
I'm sure
know,
you will
I know,
someday. You
but
gotta save some for the
we we'll see if it actually happens. I see Paul. I think Paul right now is 100% on board. I also see Paul getting super busy and forgetting he told me that, and just like going down there with somebody else.
No, I don't. I don't know.
And no offense to Paul, he's just a busy guy.
Yeah,
As
dude.
who says he's gonna remember what he said at
Big money
the
problems.
beginning of March. Yeah, more money, more problems. All right. So I did black out this weekend unintentionally. Not on Friday. Friday I was just up super late. We got on. We were on a little Sex Boys playing some Battlefield. You didn't get on though, you asshole.
Yeah, I was
But
sleeping on the floor or something. But
well, anyway, so we were on playing, and we were on till like I was on until like 3, and then the end of the night it was just Blaine, me, and Mitch, I think. But anyway, um, I got up super early. Well, not super early, but at like 8, which was pretty fucking early for staying up till like 3. And I had to go help her aunt finish moving, the wife's aunt. So we went and did that. And I actually didn't feel too bad doing that. But it was about 3:30 ish. We started coming home. It's like a 40-minute drive. And by the time we got home, I was like, dude, I just got to sit on the couch and fucking die. And I forgot that earlier we were driving to her aunt's, and Brady, working UPS, passed us and called me right away. And then we were talking about what this past weekend was really good fights. And he was like, "Dude, we're probably watching at my house, or else my parents are gone. I'm dog sitting. We could get it on there either way. Come through." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool." I was feeling good when he called me, and I was like, "Yeah." Well, then we got home after helping her move, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, I don't want to fucking do anything." But I didn't take a nap. I was
Mhm.
going to and I didn't. He told me to come play pickleball with him, and I was like, dude, I'm not doing that right now. So I took a shower. I ended up going over there, and I asked him, I was like, are you drinking tonight? And he's like, I don't know yet. I told him, I was like, I need to know because if you're whether or not you're drinking will depend on how much or what I get myself to drink. And he said, okay, whatever. Well, he never let me know. So I went to the liquor store here, Wine, Beer, and Spirits. Fucking awesome. That awesome liquor store. Have you
Mhm.
been in there
I
here?
doubt it.
Big one, like warehouse that has a
No,
bar in it.
I don't think so.
Oh, fucking cool. But anyway, and I'm like, I'm here. Do you need anything? And he said maybe just a few shooters. So I was like, okay, cool. So I got a 10 pack of 99s, and I was gonna get myself a 24 ouncer. So I got myself three. Well, I figured Brady would drink one, but I got three twisted teas, and then I got two of those little like moonshine looking shooters, And I'm like, all right, that should be fucking good for whatever we got going on tonight. I go to check out, and they have those fucking bootleggers by the counter. Those little flask, like $2 deals.
Moonshine deals or
Well, they're not moonshine. They're I think considered malt liquor,
oh, they
but
act like they're
they're
moonshine.
just like they're like flasks. They literally are like the little glass flasks, and they're the green apple, peach, and
Mm-hmm.
blueberry ones, or blue
Yeah.
raspberry, and they're 12% alcohol, but they're $2. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I might as well get one of these because fuck it, it's not that high alcohol content. Well, I ended up getting one of every flavor, and then,
Dude.
so then I went over there, and he has a couple buddies over, or his brother had a couple buddies over, and I was like, all right, cool, we're all just gonna watch the fights. Well, started passing the shooters around and everything, and then a couple more of Brady's buddies showed up, and I'm like, hey guys, we're out of alcohol. We need to go on a beer run. Anyway, I fucking shit show getting money around, fucking actually going, but Matt and I run on a beer run, go get another case of Keystone and some more shooters, and then I get back. I asked Matt, so he got a Beamer. It's a 6 speed BMW, and it was fucking. I was like, all right, cool. Can I drive it? And I told him I know how to drive stick and everything, which I do. And so, like a block away from getting back to Brady's, we're like, all right. So we switched spots, and he lets me drive it.
What a
I'm
baller.
going. I killed it, and I was like, fuck. Okay. He's like, just put it in reverse. Well, reverse. Have you ever driven a stick?
Well, not in reverse. I don't know what you're going with this, but yeah, enough to where
Reverse.
I'd kill it a couple times for sure, but then I'd
Do
get
you
it.
know where reverse is though?
I used to. I mean, it's been
So
so long. No.
on a 5 speed, it's to the far right and the very bottom.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, all right, cool. I didn't know it was a 6 speed. So I was like, all right, boom, boom, boom. And he's like, no,
Oh
that's six. And I was like, what? And I just started going and just killed it again.
no.
And he was like, yeah, no, reverse is all the way to the left and all the way up. And I was like, whoa, that's fucking weird. So I fucking and then I ended up just doing just fine and parked it and whatnot.
Oh,
But
good.
it was fucking nice.
He didn't
But
yell at you.
that's the last thing I remember. And I didn't eat anything really. Oh man, I didn't even want to like black out. I really didn't want to drink that much, but I was having fun and
Dude, it's the not eating thing. If I start drinking, I can't eat anymore. It's like, or there's a weird deal going on where sometimes I can't eat. And like last night, I bought a big pizza and just I put it out in my van and just left it out there because it was didn't want to smell it and like have everyone else smell it. It was getting weird, and so I just put it out in the van and kept and just hung out. But it's like I ate
I
nothing
don't,
yesterday. I'm fucking starving right now. I still haven't ate.
dude. And you're at a hotel now though. That's like the most satisfying time to like go out and get food or get food delivered. You're just in a hotel room.
I never even thought about delivery. I haven't got delivery in fucking like 2 years at least. Sure.
Dude, DoorDash is awesome. It's just expensive.
That's why I'd probably never do it. It's like I'm just like, is it worth the $20 to get it delivered or whatever it is?
Ooh, yeah, DoorDash is pretty pricey.
I've never done it.
Food, actual restaurants that deliver aren't as bad, but you have the food, and then there's the DoorDash fee, and then the tip for the driver, which is just more than
So
just a.
I'm used to like you can only get pizza delivered. I mean sandwiches, some like Jimmy John's, But like that was about like my only options in my head. But even, I mean, even in Grand Island, I'm sure you can get Chinese delivered. You can get anything delivered now.
Well,
Well,
if
obviously
through
with Grubhub,
DoorDash, not
or yeah, but I'm thinking just
yeah, not
restaurants that.
every restaurant actually delivers
But everybody delivers
though.
stuff now. It seems like. What was it? Fuck. I saw somebody just
We,
started
I
delivering that it didn't before, but I don't
I don't
remember who.
know. There are some local places too that do it, which and always do it, but I don't know. We also don't do that a whole lot anymore either because it's expensive. So we also just don't get food all the time anymore
Well, it's
either. We
literally,
make a lot
it's
of food
probably
at home.
just you have a party. I mean, people at your house. You're pretty much just a social thing when you order food. Seems like.
Yeah, I. Well, I don't know. It's hard to. It's a twofold, I guess, because when we have people over, a lot. Were you? No, you weren't here. We got a bunch of meat from Sanchez Plaza. There's like Mexican restaurant, but they also have a Mexican market
Mm.
attached to it, and they like cut up the meat. I believe probably for the restaurant too, but they cut up the meat and season it all there that you can actually just go like buy in pounds of. So we threw a party last year for I think a Husker party, and we had chorizo, steak, and chicken all seasoned from there. That all I made tacos
That's a
on the
good fucking
Blackstone way.
idea.
So
But it's
then,
not
but
even
then
that
you
much.
like I'm paying money for that, but we're making it all here,
But I
which
bet
I
it's
think I
really not that
enjoy.
expensive. Like getting seasoned chicken breasts versus, I mean, at this market, I can imagine it not being that much extra.
I think what makes it cheaper is that they're not cooking it, because that's when shit starts getting expensive, because then they tax it, and which there's going to be tax on selling you food anyway, but the tax like goes way up if they're
Yeah.
preparing it for you.
Don't you have
But
to have
I
insurance that'll kill
also
you?
really, I also really enjoy cooking, so I like doing that shit at home.
Dude, I
Well,
love
running
it.
the Blackstone anyway.
Well, okay, grilling doesn't count because that's just so much fun. But and cooking, I love cooking, and I like the what do you call that? The meals you get in the mail, all that stuff. Um,
Oh yeah. Uh,
whatever the fuck that's
hmm.
called. Anyway, HelloFresh.
What the fuck was that
Um,
called? HelloFresh. There it
no,
is.
that's good because it takes less time. But it's like it takes me forever to fucking cook food. Like I'm just sitting there for like an hour and it's fine because I'm doing other things. But I would, I don't know, I wouldn't mind cooking like once or twice a week and then just not even meal
See,
prepping, just
I,
like cooking a very small meal like twice a week and taking
I'll
pills
see,
the
and I
rest of the week.
like, I like, I like cooking sometimes with Rollins and Jordan because we'll just be like hanging out and doing it together. But then sometimes I like say they're gone, they're at her parents or something, which doesn't. I mean, it doesn't happen that often that I'm home alone. But then I just blare music, and I've loved music, so I just blare music and I just fucking start making shit. That's fun. Then I don't really care how long it takes either because you're just fucking
Yeah.
doing shit.
Or if you have just a bunch of leftovers and
But
you're like, all right, what am I doing today? And, like not even really having a plan and just throwing shit together. That's what I
well,
want to
okay,
do.
I'm not good enough to really do that shit.
Well, you don't have to be good. That's
I
the
have to.
thing. Is as long as you eat it, it doesn't have to taste good.
What? That's true. Yeah, that's
That's
true. I
my
don't have.
philosophy. That's
Oh
why
my
no one
god,
eats my food.
I was like, man, I'd really like to do a shot with you, but I don't have anything. But
You see me over here like, uh, uh. No, that stuff is on your
fucking,
floor.
no, it wasn't, and I told you multiple times it wasn't.
You're gonna have to
This
keep
stuff was
telling.
not.
It's the
This
same
was not the
color.
stuff on my floor. The stuff on my floor that was there was because we had our big family Christmas, and my aunt always gives people her homemade jam that she makes and jarred herself. And that's what was on my floor because it was in a box with my daughter's like battery powered four-wheeler toy she got. And that was big. And I was like, well, had the jam in there on the box, but in the box, but it was on the bottom. And I slipped when I was like walking through that. I stepped on a shirt or something and slipped, and I dropped the box, and the glass jar broke.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the jam, I didn't know the glass jar broke until we went to move the box. And the jam had like seeped through the box and stuck to the floor.
Oh,
So
but
I didn't spill this.
was her ATV just covered in jam, or was it out of there?
The wheels were pretty sticky and covered. Yeah, like, the wheels were all I had to, like, rip the fucking box off, and the wheels had that, like so, they're raw, they had, like, the flat, like, jam,
Yeah.
like, if it was rolling, it would go like, "Go, go, 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 go," every time. So,
You have to
I
put
had to
jam
really clean that up.
you have to put jam around the rest of the wheel and make it even.
Yeah, well, don't wash it
Grind
off,
it
just
down.
put jam around the
You're sanding it in
Dude,
the
did
shop,
you
doing all this work, like
have you ever seen that video, or you can just get the girl at the counter at your hotel to do it for you.
oh,
But,
she can sand my jam wheel while I'm waiting.
yeah, did you ever see that video of somebody repairing their car, fender with ramen noodles?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what it was, but then I just remember then it exploded and everyone was it a fender? Yeah. I remember that, yeah.
I didn't
And it was something,
I didn't see
but
anything explode, but, like,
then
they got
everyone
it
starts
all the way
repairing
finished.
everything with ramen noodles. You seen
Oh,
those?
yeah, it exploded, yeah, you're right. I thought you meant the ramen noodles exploded. I was like, "What?"
Oh, exploded. I was
No.
like, when did I say exploded? No, it just blew up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it blew up, and, it it just was, like, perfect or it was perfect.
Yeah.
How I don't know how long it took overall, but whatever they made it sit in there with and sanded it down,
hmm
and then once they painted it, you literally couldn't tell.
Well, my thought was like, how do they get the color? Like, how does it? Because everything you paint, it just what do you paint it on affects the color, and but apparently the acrylic or plastic or whatever they use, it just paints
It
good.
works.
So it's fucking I don't know.
The r the ramen noodles. That's what
Soaks up the
okay,
flavor.
so let
I can't
me
believe you told me that
full
jam
screen this.
story like multiple times, and it sounds like the first time I'm hearing it. Like that's fucking
Yeah, no, because you said that. Yeah, I made a joke. I told you about it the first time you like walked in,
yeah.
and then earlier we were just hanging out in my basement, or later we were hanging out in my basement. And I told you I made some joke about, oh, you got to take a shot of blackberry brandy, and you're like, oh, let's go look it up off the floor. And I was like, dude, that's not fucking brandy. And you're like, okay, just like didn't
Look,
pay attention to it
and
at
I'm gonna
all.
keep doing it. Whenever I see that blackberry brandy,
Well,
I know where it's
like
gelatinous form on your floor.
like I say every Friday, you don't fuck with tradition.
Oh God.
And oh man, hold on. Do you know, can you get on your Snapchat and tell me what my name is? Because I don't know.
Well,
But
it's
I'll tell
Snapchat's weird
everybody.
because it'll like my mom it shows her name. It's just like Danny, and then my dad it has like the name I have for him in my phone. Like some people
Phone.
have
Yeah, some
just dad off.
I just know, or I want to blow it up on here. I want to explode it on here. And that way anybody who wants to see the Friday tradition every
You just want
morning,
me to tell your
they can.
Snapchat, like show your Snapchat so they can add you.
Sure. I don't fucking I don't I mean I don't know what it I don't know is why
Your
it would
snap
be
score
bad.
is 69,689.
Wait,
So
what's the first one?
69,689.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's all I
So
needed.
you need,
Alright.
dude, in one more score point, you'll be 69,690.
Hey! Nice. We'll
Okay,
do,
what was the point of
okay,
this? You're just Anthony with an I. So you're like you're your old
your
name in
phone
my
why do
phone.
I have an I?
But you
God
used to have
damn
an
it.
I. Now you have a Y, but it's still an I on Snapchat. It was
Oh,
your old number.
okay, click on my name to chat with me,
Oh.
because,
Why? It just says Anthony with
um
an I. You're not
well,
gonna
yeah,
say
when you now go like you're gonna type me a message. Start typing out my name and see if it, like, pops up with my tag
oh.
me. 'Cause mine a lot of every when I type, it does that shit, but
No, dude, it's not working.
I
It does
wonder
sometimes though. I know
well, either way,
those tags happen.
I just wanted to know what my fucking Snapchat was, but oh, I got it right here. Jesus Christ, I can just look on my profile. Why would I do that?
Well,
It
and
huh.
God, I used to just be Tits forever, but then I had to change it. Then I changed it to Scott Tits to like the transitionary period and get everyone used to it.
Oh, yeah,
And then I think I went straight
yep.
Scott.
Well, my Snapchat is Anthony B31. If you
Oh,
guys can
dude,
figure out how to spell that, you can add
just
me,
exactly
and
how
I
you
can't
say it.
guarantee I'll add you back because I don't know who anybody is, based off their Snapchat names. But every Friday, there's a tradition you don't want to miss out on. It's 99% of the time it's Friday
Oh
morning.
God,
You
this
miss
is what you're
you
doing.
miss one day in the morning and do it in the afternoon, and people think you just forgot to do it and say, "Oh, Anthony let us down,
No, it wasn't
didn't do
that.
it
It was like,
today."
oh, I thought it was just. I thought we broke the spell. I thought and it was just like maybe it's over,
Uh,
and
you don't
nope,
fuck. No,
nope.
everybody except you told me, "Wow, you really let us down," or some shit like that. And I was like, "It's Friday all
No,
day,
I
okay?
respect you're
I
not
can
fucking
do."
with tradition like to a very high level, but I'm gonna stick to this point. I'm just like, I mean, one time you fuck with the tradition, just one time, and no one's gonna say anything. We'll forget about it.
According to my coworker, I did fuck with tradition because last week I did. So the tradition is Friday. Every morning on my way to work, I blare Friday by Jessica Black, which is a terrible, terrible, terrible song. But
I
I give
still
her
haven't
listens.
listened. I still haven't listened to
I
the whole
give her
thing,
listens once a week.
and I've listened
Yeah.
to so much more of it now because of you. I get like more pieces of it, and I realize how bad it is
It's
now.
so cringy. It's a terrible song. But last week, I was at home when I did it. It was before I left for work. And I would played Friday I'm in Love by The Cure.
Hmm.
And I started playing it and I was like, think time to start a new tradition. And I was like playing that song, dancing around with Hermes and Ellie. And then I, I
Yeah,
fucking sent it out. And then I fucking started the Jessica Black one. I was like psych, and I was like
yeah.
zooming in on fucking Hermes' face and everything. And Tanner was like, "No, see, you fucked with tradition." I was like, "I did not. I still did my tradition,
Yeah, you did it
right?
fine. It just you did
I,
something before.
I just
Um, I
perfect.
don't
All right,
know. I mean, no matter how bad I hate that song and all the things associated with it, I just you do something long enough, and it's like, oh man, I get a little, you get a little feeling of goodness or something. I'm just like, oh, he's still doing it, that bastard. Like,
I'll drink to that. I'll
it's
drink to
the
that.
only good thing I can say. Well, he's still doing it.
Ugh. Now is an appropriate time to tell you that this blackberry brandy that looked pleasant. This blackberry brandy, um, was bought before we did sober January. It was the last. Oh, it was the last thing I drank before midnight on January 31st. Or excuse me, December 31st. And then I didn't touch it for that whole month, obviously. And then I've kind of picked away at it since, but it's still here, and I fucking just want it to be gone. But
Well,
I don't want to be the one to make it gone.
I thought you were gonna say you've like had this since we moved here or something like that.
Oh god.
I just
No,
it's
it's not
so
that
old
bad.
that you don't want to drink it, but don't throw it away.
It's not that bad yet.
Dude, this is Black
But
Heart
I
spiced rum. It was fucking bad. It tasted
you
almost
look
like
like you're gonna puke
licorice,
there for a second. Oh, you don't like licorice?
not black licorice.
Well, black licorice is just licorice, okay?
Well, then
Black
why
licorice
no?
was
Then
the
why do you
first.
don't say red licorice?
I know,
You
and
say
that's not
Twizzlers.
right. But black licorice was first, and that was always licorice.
I think
And
you're right.
then red came out, and then people
People
started
are like, why
referring
the
it
fuck are
to
we
the
eating?
black.
Why are we eating this black shit? Um,
I don't fucking know about all that. Black licorice is not bad. All
you
right,
like black licorice, huh?
Jaeger is bad. Jaeger is bad, but black licorice is not bad.
That's weird. Um, I mean, I guess I
Not
can see
that
them
weird. Black
tasting
licorice.
different, but
Yeah,
I
black licorice. The candy doesn't taste like it wants me to die. It doesn't taste like a nice
yeah.
cold bathroom floor.
Um, no, the ice cold bathroom floors are your friend.
Dude, we had this talk at Brady's, and about when you get really drunk and you just the most beautiful place is the bathroom, the bathroom floor. Even though you just like feel like death and think you're gonna die, it's just that's the only thing that gives you even a sliver of peace and comfort when you just don't know if you're gonna make it.
yeah.
And then
And you're like, ooh,
what's
this is
funny is I ended
nice.
up doing that. I ended up doing that at Brady's house. I have a glimpse of that right before we left. I have this memory of people knocking on the door and like, Anthony, we're going, because they were giving me a ride home, and they're like, are you good, dude? And like I was falling through the floor, dude. It was bad.
Yeah.
And I had that moment, as every good, strong, strong-willed warrior does, when you're down and you're ready to give up. But you say, "Is it worth it?" And you say yes. And you just stand up and don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, but you commit to walking out that door. And that's what I did. And I think I got home. I got home and didn't puke, but or Jordan said I went to the bathroom after I got home, but
You probably puked
I don't
before
remember.
you were laying on the floor, I'm guessing. I mean, it seems like when you go to the bathroom in
I
that situation, you're puking like immediately. But maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe you were just taking a
maybe.
poop.
No, I definitely wasn't taking a poop. I went in there to puke, but I just don't know if I did.
Yeah.
Nah, but I mean,
A lot of
I don't
memories
poop
on
and
that
then lay on the
floor.
bathroom floor.
My floor in
Uh,
Bismarck. I miss that floor
oh, nice. Very
because
nice.
it's
Very
like
nice. Dude,
right by my bedroom, so I just like kind of crawl from the bathroom over to the bedroom floor. Not really. I would just stay in the
dude,
bathroom.
the shittiest like thing is when you don't get any comfort. When I so say I'm a little drunk, and they say that if you feel the floor, it like kind of levels you out, makes you feel a
Mm-hmm.
little bit better. Even if you're like say on an air mattress or
Stability.
something, but you put your
Yeah.
foot on the floor. If I'm on the floor, but I know I'm on like an upper level, my brain is like, "Hey, you're not as far down as you could be, buddy."
Yeah.
Even if I'm like on the floor, it's like you could be on the ground,
Well, don't
you
hey,
know,
don't. I
and then
don't want you to start this because now I'm gonna start thinking about it. Because I don't.
it sucks. We
I
can't
bet
control
if
it.
you wouldn't have said that, I think I'd been fine. Like on a second. How many often have you been on a second floor? Is Brady's apartment or something?
Well,
Because
just no. I mean, just upstairs in general. If you're like upstairs, or if you're in your apartment, even
just think if I'm
your apartment, I
blackout, like the floor is more stable than like standing up or anything else. So it's like I'm not gonna think about it that much. I'm just gonna like be happy with the stability I get from laying on the
dude,
floor. But God, I don't think
I
it's ever bugged me
just
before.
yeah, it's me, man. I because I hate puking so much, dude. I hate it. Jordan is not like that. Well, I mean, she doesn't like she doesn't get off on puking, but she
Thank God.
but she will like do the whole deal where it's like, man, I don't feel that great. I'm gonna go make myself throw up. And I'm just like, who the fuck does that? And
Yeah.
yeah, she can
Unless you
do it
really
too.
need it.
She's
If you're
like the
like sick, like if you're, I can do that, but I'm not as quick to do it as she is, I think. But man,
I can't do it.
it's the
I don't
teeth
think
thing. I
I
don't want
think
like
maybe once.
all that acid on my teeth and fucking up the enamel. It's just like, that's the only thing. If that was the only thing, then I would be a lot more comfortable doing it. You're doing it all the time.
I I can't do it. I've tried to do it, but I mean, and Jordan tells me, "You're just not doing it long enough or anything." But I'll sit there for like 3 or 4 times of just straight dry heaving, trying to make myself puke,
Mm-hmm.
and it just cranks on my stomach by the end of it, and it just doesn't do anything. I'm like, "Fuck this, fuck that." So
No,
then
dude,
I'll
I can
just
feel
have
it.
to go to chug a beer or something, make myself. Then I'll fucking puke.
Hold your hand in there longer,
But
probably. But
that's okay, Jordan. God damn
I
it.
know that's what I was thinking.
Fucking
Um, God, dude, I hate it too. But just the thing, just imagine like when it's done and you feel so much better. Like that's why I like
But
puking.
do you feel better when you're done puking?
Yeah. Well,
Or do you feel like fuck, I just puked?
no, you feel way better. Like, I mean, you feel shitty because your mouth is burning and all that, but like, no, dude, feel fucking way better.
Oh man. I just thought of something. You know what's like would be a pretty terrible torture is forcing somebody to drink so much water that they die. Like
Ooh,
and their cells start popping, you know?
yeah,
Instead of it's not even like the pain of cutting you or anything like that. It's
yeah,
just they're just gonna hook a hose up to your mouth and you're gonna fucking start
yeah.
drinking.
You just suffocate or drink it, or you could like hook an IV up to them or something so they couldn't like stop themselves from drinking, maybe.
Is that a thing? Can they well yeah, I it's going straight into your bloodstream.
I'm sure
It
you can
would
pump as
still
long as you got more pressure. I'm sure.
well, I don't even think it's about the pressure. I think it's just
once your body fills up
more and
with
more.
water, then you can't get no more water in. You're just gonna start going backwards. Um,
Ugh, I,
I don't
ugh.
know if you can
Well,
go
that'd be shitty well, huh?
apoptosis for. Know what they call it? No, that's something
I
else.
have no idea. I
I
just
do know. You get
remember,
drunk. I'm sure
yeah,
you'd
you
start
get
throwing
drunk
up.
and oh, 100%. Well, the thing is, would you start puking if you were getting it from an IV?
Yeah, is it even going into your stomach?
No, it's not going into your
It's
stomach if
just
it's
going
going
in
into an
straight
IV.
into
It's
all your cells, just straight away.
yeah. There's no digesting, so there's no stomach.
So maybe you
It's
wouldn't. You'd
just
just die.
but you still they say you would still feel drunk though, right? Like that's the thing that happens when you're that hydrated.
Yeah, I think you'd still
I
feel
don't
drunk. You probably.
I don't think that's about intake through your stomach specifically, but
No, I think you'd get drunk, but you wouldn't throw up. Probably. I don't know. We'll
hell yeah, dude.
get somebody who's willing to die,
Oh,
and we'll force them to drink water.
ask no, you can't tell them that they're gonna die until they're already in it. You gotta bait them with, hey, you want to get as drunk as humanly possible without puking?
You'll never get drunker.
You'll never get drunker and you'll never well, I can't say you'll never puke because you've
Your
never seen
kids will
somebody
never
push that far,
forget
but
how drunk you got.
yeah, dude, the stories will be told.
Like, we'll talk
Do it at
about
a
it.
fucking keg party.
That's what pushes him over the edge. Like, well, we'll talk about it amongst us. It's like, all right.
Yeah, yeah, well, um,
Dude, there's cake parties
God, there
going
was
on
something I was
right
gonna
now.
ask.
I bet. It's college town.
Oh, 9 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Well, that was the thing is, I was supposed to have a date coming up here soon, but she had to work. Um, so my thought was, it's like, fuck, I got a lot of rest the day yesterday and the day before. It's like 9:30. I can go out and have a drink or two. Hit up the town 9:30 on a Tuesday. I'm probably. I mean, I feel
You need to
obligated.
get some. You need to get some food.
I do. Well, I'm already drinking. Like it's kind of already past that. But I ate half of a
It's not
pizza.
though, dude. I don't know how. So I can't eat a shitload while I'm drinking by any means. But
Dude, I have this
damn,
weird thing
dog. Like if
where it's not just when I'm drinking. And it doesn't happen often. It started when I would like go to my parents' house in Binkelman, and it was weird. It was only like at my parents' house. My mom's like not that bad of a cook, but like I'd get down, eat this nice
that's
home cooked meal, and it's like I just can't eat. And just like it's weird. It's like I just even if I put it in my mouth and just like forced myself to chew and swallow, it would take like 5 minutes. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know what the deal is, but it doesn't happen often enough to worry about it. But that's when I get drunk and try to eat. Sometimes it feels the same way. Um, but sometimes
I
it
don't,
happens
and
without
honestly,
drinking. So. Mm.
I don't like that, man. Well, as you can clearly see, you don't get this big skipping meals.
I'm only
I
like
just
that when I drink, I think. Because last night it happened. I got like a full pizza and like 10 wings to myself at this bar. At the bar, I'm just sitting there with all this stuff, and I couldn't eat it. I was like, I ate one slice of pizza and like two wings, and I guess that's like normally. It's a lot more than I normally can eat when I can't eat. But either way, fucking
that's
happened last night
probably
because I had a couple
that's
beers.
probably like the healthy amount too.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. It
the
was like
real uh,
technically didn't happen because I could eat fine. I just had some beers. Oh,
and well that's probably I mean a piece of
food.
pizza and a couple wings is probably a decent enough caloric intake for just the average person who's not doing anything that's I mean not that out of the ordinary
Worked my ass
strenuous,
off
you
that
know.
day. Um,
There we go. Here we go.
got off at like 3:30. I was ready to go because my fucking plumber left.
Oh, worked my ass off that day. Oh, hey, did you have any reading time?
Dude, this got me thinking about a lot of shit. I fucking love that book so much. And today,
Nice.
my plumber, I showed up at 8 o'clock. He had to bust out concrete, and I was like, well, and I'm not dealing with the concrete anymore. I was like, I'm gonna put up plastic and put a, a fucking vacuum cleaner going so it sucks up the dust. It's like, but I'm not
Smart.
fucking going in there. Like, normally I try to help you, try to get this done fast because I'm the one in a hurry. But fuck that dust. And so I just brought my book and I just like had like 2 or 3 hours just chilling, just reading. But I also try
Good.
to talk to the plumber when I can, not try to be an asshole, but like, so I only probably got like an hour of reading, but it's still fucking. I had so much fun reading that book today.
What? Okay, so what part
She
are you at?
just, Sarah just kind of did her OD, almost dying thing, and he went
Sadie.
and
Yeah.
saved her, Sadie, and in the
Cause
town of Jody.
oh my god.
Spoilers for the
Yeah.
book
Dude, no.
11/22/63.
Yeah.
We'll
It's
make it quick.
but okay, so she just had her OD thing.
He's, yeah, I think Oswald's moving to Dallas. He got fired from his patio door building job and beats his wife and
Mhm.
stuff. And dude, that's fucking cool. Like I love
Oh yeah.
the whole. I mean, just the Oswald family. Just
He
fucking.
beats his wife. It's so fucking
It's
cool.
fucking cool how they lived back then.
Shut up means shut up. But do you agree with me how, mm, in my opinion, awesome it is that he captures it feels like he captures that so well. All of the living in that time.
Yeah, I think so. And I thought it was neat. Well, it's Sadie kind of catches him with. I mean, all the different weird things he says. He's just
Yeah.
like, I think that was cool. And but also how it's not as different. I mean, you think it's like so different and everything, but I mean, he's just a teacher and he goes and teaches English and then he goes and like watches
Yeah.
these soap operas and or whatever he watches and it's like just TV shows. And I don't know, it just seems like we get such a exaggerated version of it in our minds, I think from
Romanticized.
yeah, romanticizing it seems so different, but I bet if you were actually there, I mean it'd be a lot shittier technology. But besides that, I bet it's like it would be fairly easy to kind of adapt and be fine.
Well, okay, here's the thing. It's always going to be easier for people from the future to adapt to the past.
True.
Now you talk about bringing somebody up to the future, obviously that's fucking completely different story. But
Yeah. Just
and
technology, but
have they done the what the fuck? No, no, not yet. No, they haven't done that yet.
yeah, don't fucking wait.
Well, you're ahead
But
of
you
me,
talked
so
about
I
all
just can't remember.
your people that you
But
haven't met yet, and I'm trying to think. I really haven't met any people. I mean, there's this. I don't know if they're Russians or those people that are with Oswald. A couple of them.
yeah,
Big fat guy.
there's Russians, and you're ahead of me. I haven't even met them yet myself, but
There's really no
and
characters
where
of
you're at. I
note.
just can't remember how far ahead this is, but have you done the have they done that like um fundraiser for the girl, for the high school girl yet?
I don't think so, but
Okay, we're not gonna worry
like
about it.
13 months away
As I was,
from Kennedy assassination. Um, and I think they're coming up on that attempt at that general. He tried to
yeah,
kill somebody
the
else.
Edwin Walker attempt. Yep.
I gotta be like 2/3 of the way through. I think
That's not 2/3.
it is.
Maybe it is.
it from my fucking angle. It looked a lot less, but I still say 2/3. Well,
Well,
hang
if you
on.
look at what page you're on, that will tell you.
God, you're fucking ahead of me, dude. So 850. No, I'm on
No,
page
I'm not ahead of you. I just know everything that happens
520
in
to
this
make
book.
it easy. 519. So 519 out of 850. It's pretty much damn fucking 2/3. Enough for me not
Yeah,
to
that's
want to
pretty
do the
much
math.
that's pretty much 2/3 enough for me.
fucking
Do you? But I just it sucks. Mitch hasn't even started it yet, and you and me are gonna have all this stuff to talk about because there is a lot that we could talk about with this book. There's a lot of shit
dude, there is.
that I
Well,
love
and
it.
it's the past, like being obdurate and not wanting to change, and it just makes me wonder about like they were all worried about the Cuban Missile Crisis and nuclear war, and
Yep.
it just kind of this. I mean, it made me think today. I was like, oh man, I bet there's a lot of people freaking out about nuclear war with Russia today, and
There is.
but it can't really compare now and then because of how much more real it was back. I think it was a lot more on edge and like a lot more escalated at the Cuban Missile Crisis when Like there's actually missiles
Well,
aimed at the United States.
that
Like they're talking about it. Like that's not happening now.
yeah, that was before was it like the nuclear pact or whatever that we kind of agreed not to use nukes anymore, and
Probably.
uh, and the Cuban Missile Crisis was different because they were actually lining up. Like Russia was staging troops on Cuba. Like that
Mm-hmm.
was the deal, and that was
And
50
nukes, yeah.
miles
It was like they were
from America, and that's a lot more different than.
90 miles according to Stephen King.
Oh yeah, sorry, I said 50, but I meant 90. But that's a lot more different than like Russia saying that they'll threaten potentially using nuclear weapons in a war with Ukraine across the
Well, and it's
continent.
not even against us. It's like not threatening us directly yet. It's like, and he probably is. He probably
Yeah,
threatened us a bunch. But what I'm saying, it's not like putting nukes, aiming it at us, and like preparing.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yep.
people were more
That was such
justifiably
a
freaked out back then. Like, goddamn.
well, and the technology was so new at the time too. Like, not everybody in the world had fucking nukes yet,
And just
and
they can't even comprehend it because it's so new and like it just happened. They're like, what the fuck?
well, the only reference they had
Hiroshima.
was Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So, I mean, that's all they had. Which one was a hydrogen bomb, I guess, but
And
um,
I love it because and even today it's just like most people you ask I bet like 95% of people about like are you scared of a nuclear war? They're just like nah. Like I'd get
it's
off
like
work the
Jesus,
next
dude.
day. Like I just
That's just
because there's
that's
nothing
just
you
because,
can
like you
do. It's
said,
like okay, would I rather live in an apocalypse or not worry about it? Like fucking. So I just think like most people are like, oh, I'll
well,
die, so I don't fucking care.
okay, so that's just blissful ignorance, and yeah, so that's true. That's a coping thing. Like, there's nothing I can do, so you just deal with it. But another part of it, I feel like, is what you talked about a few episodes ago or whatever, where this generation hasn't seen war in so long. Like, I haven't seen war in so long that it's like not a big deal now.
Mm-hmm.
Almost itching for war.
Yeah.
Nuclear war is different, obviously, but so on one hand they're itching to go to war because they haven't had one, but on another hand it's the nukes probably won't happen because that's not anything we ever saw in our lifetime. We never saw it in our lifetime either,
You
but
could be
we
itching for
really,
war. You can be like itching to go to war, but not like I don't know, be scared of a nuclear war. I guess I wonder if you could have both of those at the same time because you just want to go to war and like fuck up the Russians or whatever, but like just like terrified of like oh fuck, we're gonna get nuked and then have to deal with that. Like I just
yeah.
I don't because I think there's
Another,
war is good. Like I mean, obviously not, but
oh
like
my
war is
god,
good. War is
what
good
that
for a lot of things. Just for like like war is productive or whatever you want to call it. Drives us forward,
economical.
and so there's got to be a proxy for that in the future. I think like because we're gonna stop wanting to kill we're gonna stop wanting to kill as many people. It's gonna be all drones fighting drones and then maybe it'll go why are we wasting the drones like let's just do a video game like that's what I feel like
You know what's
esports
so
is going to take over
crazy,
war.
kind of a really hard thing to imagine because we have it pretty easy here in America, blah blah blah. But so we're not North Korea, we're not Russia, we're not Mexico, we're not even Britain, whatever. But it's really crazy to try and imagine what the world will look like, what policies will be like, it's how every country in the world interacts with each other when people our age or younger are in power. Because and
Like Andrew
so
Yang or something like that.
you believe that will not people will eventually stop wanting to kill each other. But right now, I can't wrap my head around that because all our people in power now that are fucking 75 want to do is kill each other.
Yeah.
That's like all they fucking think about. But right now, you and me obviously are like, dude, don't do that. That's fucking stupid. Like we can make shit work.
Mm-hmm.
But now, will it stay like that when everybody our age is the ones in power, or will we develop those values when we're 75, by the time we're 75 and be like, yeah, no, fuck that place. They all need to die, you know?
I think that's part of it is like we need to get people younger in office sooner and like beat the corruption almost like because your values are like here and then the corruption will kind of creep up as you get older like
Yeah.
so it's like if we get young kids that still have their values and
Well, a lot of those,
but they've got to be
you
at
don't think a
least
lot of those
35.
corruption values, you don't, but you don't think a lot of those corruption values happen to young politicians? Like while they're in office, they start getting corrupt. They go in
Oh, I'm
with
sure.
the
Yeah.
fight, like, hey, we're gonna fucking win
Like
and beat the shit, and then
start grinding you
they
down.
get pressured.
Some
Yeah,
people take a long time to get ground down and some people don't, but
yeah. I used to I used to really look up to which he wasn't. I don't know if you he was technically a politician, but Trey Gowdy, dude, that motherfucker was a baller. He didn't give a fuck who you were. I think he was head of the House Judicial Committee. I think. Don't quote me on that. But he was the one that when anything was going on, some fishy shit was going on, and they had to go like more or less testify. They just get drilled with questions about if what they're doing was constitutional or blah blah blah. That was all him.
nice.
He didn't care if you were what side of the aisle you were on. I mean, he was gonna hound you about every fucking
Mm-hmm.
thing, and it was constitutional. Was did you do this? Was it by the book and blah blah blah?
There's a
And
couple good ones.
that motherfucker was a baller. Now he retired a few years back from doing that, and I see him still, and he was a Republican. He still is a Republican, as far as I know. But I know he'll like guest spot on Fox News, which makes me question a little bit now.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's the biggest like platform too. No matter how corrupt it is, and CNN, like it's a pretty big damn platform, I guess.
I don't think it is anymore, man.
I think
I
it
don't
is.
think
Well,
that
anyone that's
CNN and
older than us
MSNBC and
is hooked on it still, and there's a lot of people older than us.
yeah, but is there more people older than us than our age or younger?
Mm. You got the boomers. I don't know.
At least in America, because that's all that
I bet
matters.
there's more people older than us than younger. God, we're just the perfect like 30. I mean, that's not in the middle, so I think there would be more older, but
You're right, it's not the middle.
we're getting towards the middle, and like,
Well, because and life expectancy is going down. So again, so
well, I think that's bullshit. I think it's about the same. It's probably dropping by like 4 days every year. Um,
I don't, I don't
I think
know.
you're right. It's probably
It's
like
hard to
six
say
months or
because
a year every year or something like that.
with heart disease being the biggest cause of death in the U.S., I feel like that has to be lowering life expectancy by quite a bit.
But also, our generation, we're having less kids, so a lot of people younger than us don't even have kids. So it's just lower birth rate.
I mean, that's true. So we have less people younger than us on that count. But I don't know, man. Why'd we start talking about this shit?
Well, I'm glad you did because I was thinking about this that like I know nothing about whenever anyone asks me about like Obama or anything politics or Trump, like either one, I'm just like and I've always had an opinion. Like back in the day, just been like, "Oh yeah, Obama's great and Trump sucks and all this stuff." And I've always had an opinion, but it's never been a justified opinion because I don't know shit about the history of Obama, the history of Trump. I don't know shit about politics. I don't know any of our
Yeah.
governors, and so a semi goal. It's kind of like with learn Spanish. It's kind of like take it or leave it. Um, I really am more than Spanish. I'd like to get politically like informed and just it's gonna take like 3 years. I'm not even gonna try too hard, but so like in 3 years from now, I want to just be like to be able to understand who the fuck Pete Buttigieg is. I don't even know. Um, there's all these people. I want to know who they are, what their fucking job is, and like get like I'm excited to get politically involved and like it's good, but I'm
Now,
not in a hurry.
be wary though, because I mean, I'm not politically involved at all, but be wary because I know it's very hard to get informed like that. and not become swayed one way or the other in an unhappy way, like
Yeah.
whether it's angry or sad and just hating. Oh, now I understand what's going on, and now I'm really upset about it, and I'm gonna fucking push to make sure that doesn't happen, type of shit. Whereas that's cool, like that's what makes this country great. But when you realize in the grand scheme of things, they're gonna fucking do whatever they want to do anyway, then it's just like,
Yeah.
but you, like, if you realize that, you don't have that, like, oh, I'm gonna get super pissed off about it. But the people who get really pissed off about it or are really swayed one way don't know that the politicians are just gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do anyway.
But
So
okay,
it's
'cause the only
there.
thing is, I mean, yeah, the deal is I want to understand how it works at the top and what's like actually going on, and then, or um, but then know enough to where when I vote every 2 years, I can actually like vote for decent people and actually that's and then you really just work on like the local stuff. Like I vote for like the mayor of my
Yeah.
town and I vote for the governor of my state, but then that's about it. Like I mean, yeah, you can vote for president too, but no one gives a fuck about all that stuff. Like you vote for your governor and you vote for like that's about you just but you got to be politically informed to pick the right governor. So I don't know. That's just a goal of mine to
That's
just
true. I mean,
understand some
but
like
it's fucking.
someday we can have this conversation and it'll be fun.
When we'll know, like we'll just be talking, like, oh yeah, and then in
A president and the
such.
election will happen and we're gonna freak out. We can't ever care that much.
No, dude. If one of us cares that much, we need to have a babe stop moment.
We haven't had enough babe stop moments. It's like we came up with a rule and what are we all just better people now? Like we can't be. We're just forgetting the rule.
No, no. We just made up that rule, and then since we never use it, it's like an ego. It's an ego thing for us where we're just like, we must be fucking awesome because we haven't had a babe stop
Well, that's the best.
forever.
We made up a rule for when someone's being a drunk fuck or just a fuck and it's getting annoying and the person that's being a fuck obviously doesn't understand. You just got to say babe stop and that's the code word. If you hear babe stop, you just you don't argue. You no matter your ego or your pride or whatever the fuck point you're trying to make, you just got to stop because
It's
for
just-
someone to say babe stop, like it took a lot for them to say that
yeah, they sat through some bullshit. Now
and not even
it
like they know the
needs to be
power of
done.
it. They're like I can't just abuse this or it means nothing. Like
Yeah,
they
you
chose
can't
to
just
say
say
it.
like, yeah, the beginning of that political deal. If you would have just been like, man, I just want to get politically just inclined, babe, stop. That makes no sense. You can't do
Well,
that, man. You
I
just
like
gotta.
that actually because that's like the whitest kids. They have their skip tokens. They talk about and they're like you get one skip token, and then you can just like no matter when like you just start talking. You're just like skip, and they just have to skip no matter
Oh,
what they were gonna talk about. And
damn.
even if it was just like the movie's coming out, and they're just like skip, and they just fucking, you can't say it.
Oh,
Um, so I like that
fuck.
actually. You're just like babe stop, but it almost needs a new code word because you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to. Babe stop's so powerful.
Yeah, if it's right out, I don't want to skip shit right out the gate. I have
No, I
things to
agree.
say.
It's not babe stop. That's a skip token. That's not a babe stop.
Yeah, yeah. Babe, stop has weight to can't even because like the biggest thing about Babe Stop is the receiver has to, like, you have to, integrity of the game, control your emotional reaction to that. You have to be like, all right,
But
all
we've
right,
never tested it, so it's like
yeah,
we're just scared of like because we're just like
yeah,
I know this is not gonna work.
yeah. You're gonna say, Babe, stop. Wait. Just one more thing,
Yeah,
and then it's
exactly.
gonna
Because we've already been through
nullify
this
the
like
Babe
three
Stop.
times. You've already told them like, dude, let's talk about something else. Like, fuck this, but they're obviously not listening. Um,
Yeah, or you do the wow, really crazy, but
yeah,
like
we're
over
talking
and
about
over
drunk
again.
people. That's not gonna go. That's gonna pass drunk people. It's too
Yeah,
subtle
I
for
think our
drunk
Babe
people.
Stop just finally became like, dude, just shut the fuck up, man. Just shut
Yeah, but
up. Like,
yeah, so
that's
I think that's what it was, and now we're just like we don't want to get mean with it. We just want to be like, just get over it. Like, fucking
yeah,
babe spot.
Babe
It
Stop.
has a purpose. We just haven't used it yet
Yeah,
because it's just like let's be over
we just
this.
never use it.
Be bigger than our or human emotions, and
Yeah, this is the only way we can grow. This is how growth starts.
you need rules and traditions.
Speaking of growth, I think Brigadier General Jack O'Neill episode number 10 did all right.
Oh, good. I haven't listened to it yet, so that's I
I uh
I'm pumped now that I didn't listen to it because now I just that means it's even more up there.
I blew up the podcast that so I wore my podcast shirt to Brady's house. His brother has has copyright on, so he's a welder and his name's Bryn, and he has his own deal going where he'll do work on the side, and it's called Bryn Weld, which is a fucking awesome name.
Mm-hmm.
Bryn Weld, dude, that's a
Oh
fucking
yeah,
awesome. And he has this logo. He was giving me ideas. He got samples of shirts that he had made, and on like where they came from and everything.
fuck
Because I was
yeah.
wearing my podcast shirt. He has this fucking logo, um, of his Brinweld like BW kind of logo intertwined there, and on the back it's a '50s diner at night, just lit up with a couple
That's
cars
what's
in
up.
front of it, which is awesome. And the big sign says like the is lit up and it says Brinweld, and there's a guy on a ladder up top like with a welding mask on welding on it. Dude, that's a
Dude.
fucking dope logo.
Yeah, because it's not just
But
your logo on the back of the t-shirt. It's like this fucking 50s diner. I love that.
yep, we Zach, my buddy, has been throwing in ideas and designing some ideas for other logos for the podcast. I'm not going to say necessarily other logos for the podcast because
Do it, dude. Fucking we have no
uh,
delights anymore, remember? We got rid of all of
oh,
our attachments. So I know I'm not a
but you gotta
graphics designer. I copied what I
yeah,
saw on the
that's true.
templates and changed the words around. Um,
That's true. But the thing is, I don't. So the only issue that I have with Zach's, and it's literally the only issue because the logo's fucking dope, is that it doesn't have the finger. Any part of the finger, which is the
we'll just have him
origination
make
of
one
You'd
with a
Be Dead.
finger and try it, because that's I mean I searched for a finger and I put that on there. That's my baby.
I know.
Um,
I never even. Well, I never thought about asking that because I don't want to be like, "Hey, dude, do you want to just keep designing our logo the way we want it to be?" I
yeah,
don't want to fucking just ask people to do that shit. Just like
it is
I
fun in
asked
your like
Jeremy
free
once.
time, but like yeah, if you get I get it.
I asked Jeremy once to make the intro for this, and he said he would try, and he hasn't. Now I don't want to be like, "Dude,
Yeah.
you fucking gonna make
That's
our
how it
intro or
goes,
what?"
man, with like creative shit, and you're not paying them because
Yeah.
I forget what Ethan
Well, Zach, what?
Ethan, our friend, he's a graphic designer at some point in his life, and God, I asked him to do something once. It was a long time ago, and I think it was maybe for like my construction company that I just started in New York, and I didn't even have a business. I just like printed off business cards. I think that was it. I don't know. I forgot. That never went anywhere.
Zach Zach would totally do it. Like Zach would totally do it. He's a
Just
good
give him like
bud. Yeah,
$10 and be like, all right, get a little, put a
well,
finger
and
in
he
there.
was doing it. I mean, I don't know what he would
Give him
charge or
10 bucks and
whatever,
tell him to put a finger in it
but I'm gonna fucking I'll Venmo him $10 and all it's gonna say is put a finger in it.
for the finger.
Uh, no, it's my MO. Except one time I Venmoed somebody recently and didn't use it. But every time I Venmo now, besides a very select few people, it's always the eggplant squirt emoji. Eggplant and then squirt.
Yeah,
Like that's
that's
always it.
better. I feel bad. I don't feel bad, but like, it's just my younger days. I always put it's like butt stuff, or like I just spell it
Oh,
out and be like, I forget what I said once. Just whatever,
you
just
got away
anal.
from it.
I think I just anal butt stuff. It was just kind of what I went for. But I don't know. I feel like the cucumber squirting is a little more professional. It seems like leaves more to the
Eggplant,
imagination.
always. Yep, it's always eggplant squirt. That's you just never get it. You don't fuck with tradition, yeah.
So it's 9:30. Like fuck. I don't know whether I want to go out or not.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh, I'll just
Well,
go
if
to.
you're gonna head out, I mean,
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to end. I want to keep going. But I'm just telling. I just want to talk about what I'm doing later tonight. No, I'm just. I,
well, what?
I can
Yeah.
go
So,
for
what's your
another.
plan? You're gonna go out to a bar, maybe?
Just go out and get a drink. Maybe go downstairs and hang out by the counter. Probably not, but
You should, dude.
I
You gotta
should.
get
But
your
you
foot in the
forget that I'm a
door, man.
pussy. Um.
Oh, I never forget.
Oh, this is just vodka.
Oh God, just straight.
Wait,
Oh,
and
what
then
kind of vodka?
I tried to look for your waters at Costco, and they don't have them.
No, they're
But
fucking Walmart
yeah, but
waters,
they
man.
say Fit Aid. This one says Fit Aid, and it's just like full of vitamins and shit. That was pretty neat.
Does it when you say shit, is the shit natural flavors?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look. I'm not like
Always
you.
gotta
I
look for
don't look at
natural.
the ingredients.
That's what
Um,
you always gotta look at the ingredients.
no, dude, it's just there's nothing bad in this one. Blue agave nectar. Literally, except for organic Fleb A. I don't know what that is.
That sounds like a Rick and Morty. Yeah.
Yeah, well, except this one, these are like $2, so it's not really worth it. But it's like immunity aid,
Immunity aid.
so just a bunch of other vitamins. It's like, fuck, I'm gonna put my vodka in this one. No, I'm actually gonna put my vodka in this one, and I'm not gonna do either of that. I'm just gonna take the shot and fucking.
All right, take your shot.
But okay, so we were talking. Oh, you're screen sharing, Jesus. Let me know.
Sorry, I had to look up what organic. What was it? Organic what? Fleb?
Fleb A.
Fleb. Hey. Oh my God. What is it?
It also says stevia extract. So it's just fucking stevia extract.
The
But they
only thing
call
that's
it
coming up is
organic.
flea and tick. Organic Fleb A.
You could, yeah, you could type in sativa extract after it. Parentheses. Or stevia extract, not sativa.
Fleb. Fleb.
That's that's a sweet fucking name. God, I had
Oh,
another good name for the podcast. I forgot it.
Jesus. For the
Oh
podcast,
yeah, our podcast. I had a good one, dude.
we're gonna. Oh, so we're still on there for about changing names, huh?
No, dude, I bought a website. Can't change names.
Oh yeah.
We could just have a second podcast where we work on our skills for the first podcast.
Oh, yeah. I mean that's true.
All of
Yeah,
our
the
racy
behind the
stuff.
scenes.
A little controversial podcast we put on the side for people to find.
Yeah, you have to like find it though.
Yeah.
That's
Follow the. It's. Well, I was thinking about. So, the Cuban Missile Crisis. He's not worried about it. In the book. Um.
obviously.
I just because he knows it's not gonna escalate. Like it just. I just think of what if we were from the future or somebody was from the future and they just knew about our now, like what would they just be like? Oh, you guys are so fucking dumb. Like you don't know that Lex Friedman's gonna be ruling the world in 5 years. Like,
Oh shit.
I mean, I don't think he'd rule the
They.
world. He could
How
be the
can you not
president.
tell?
He's like, you don't realize that Joe Rogan's being president in 5 years, like, and they're just like, or he's the next like Joe Rogan's the next Jesus, and because he's 200 years in the future, he doesn't even know who Joe Rogan is. He's just like, yeah, he was literally considered like the next Jesus, just or Lex Friedman, we'll say him, because just spouting love and
Yeah.
but literally nothing to
Um.
do with religion, but ends up being like a Jesus character in history. Probably Joe. We'll
He
give it to
like
Joe.
they come back to the past and or to present for us, but they come back to the past and we're like talking about the war in Ukraine and everything and blah blah blah, just like freaking out. They're just like, let's just take a breather. Let's go grab a couple hot dogs. We can maybe go to the beach, and we're just like, the world's about to end.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, yeah. So Russia and China, huh?
Yeah.
They're
Oh, they're
bad
still
guys, huh?
doing that. I mean, yeah, they're bad.
And no one's talking about North Korea. Like they're just kind of like trying to drop hints, like
Holy- oh,
maybe
China still
maybe
worried
check up
about
on
them
them a
guys,
little
huh?
bit, you know?
Yeah, maybe, huh? They seem a little fishy, don't they?
Haven't they been quiet?
No, they're basically a third world country. Yeah, you
Oh,
you're
right.
right.
Yeah, butterfly effect and
Right,
all.
yeah. But Russia and Ukraine, oh, those are still. Oh, I mean, yeah, yeah, dude, they're fucking bad.
I just thought of like, because I've always I read a book one time about the Immortality Key by some dude on Joe Rogan, and talked about how the Catholic Church started with like mushrooms, pretty much. Like there was a religion before Catholics that used psychedelics for their like communal, and then Catholics Jesus came along and they did the same. They grew up with that religion, and so like Jesus was just kind of like a dude preaching love and how to live, and then also like you can just do these psychedelics at your house. You don't have to like go to a church and like listen to what the man tells you. You can just talk to God in your own house. And uh where the fuck was I going with that? It basically just a dude preaching love and how to live. And that's what was like, oh dude, I wonder if like Lex Friedman or Joe Rogan, they're just like gonna be the Jesus character of 200 years from now. Like a
Well, how do
following, they
you
have
think
like the following that start a revolt, and
the
then
fucking thing is like
the
we have
government kills them before it gets out of, one of them's gonna die, dude. That's what I'm predicting. One of them's gonna get killed in the next 5 years.
the the shitty thing is what? Well, that's just how it is with history in general. But well, for anyway, history that we don't have witnesses to have recorded. I guess
Oh yeah,
I don't know how to explain it because a lot of people say the Bible is, you know, testimonials,
yeah.
and I mean,
It's also been
is
like
it?
changed for thousands of years. So like,
Yeah, that's what I
what
mean.
good are
Like,
the
is it?
testimonials? Yeah,
And people, you say like, how? Oh, yeah, I don't know about the whole Jesus healing lepers and walking on water and stuff, and people just tell you, dude, it's written right here in the fucking book of John or whatever.
yeah,
Dude, it says it right here. He did this and he performed this miracle. I'm like, yeah, I'll read you the night before Christmas and tell you that it's written right here, so it has to be real.
yeah. But I,
And so it's like hard to know. You and the thing I was getting at was he said Jesus was the man that was just preaching
yeah,
love, according to this guy that was on Joe Rogan. And then according to to other people, Jesus wasn't actually the son of God, but a prophet. And according to Catholics, Jesus was the son of God according to
oh
their
yeah.
Bible. And it's like, dude, no one's ever gonna know. You'll never
Well,
know. You'll
dude, my
literally never
favorite
know
part
what
is
Jesus.
so Jesus was considered this like son of God. He was a half man, half God, and it was like this almost a modern like half man, half God thing. And everyone, it's like accepted that this is what he is and all this stuff. But then you go to like uh ancient Egypt and all these places. It's like, oh, he's how do they say it? Like the Pharaoh. Oh God, I just spilled vodka. Um, the Pharaoh is like the son of God. The Pharaoh is part God. The Pharaoh is God
Yeah,
among us. And then it's the same thing. Like this like
yeah, like
leader becomes a god over time, and like or even during the time like he just thinks he is, and like it's just
gets
I
a
don't know. It's
following.
just
And
a weird how it's like history is harmonic. Um,
like Xerxes, the leader of what's their face that fought Persians. It was the Persians that fought against the Spartans.
and everyone's
He
just
was
God king.
supposedly a god. Trump
Xerxes.
supposedly god.
Now it's Lex Friedman. I could give it to Joe
That's
Rogan too. I don't know. Because the thing is, it's not like you're worshiping them as gods now. We're just worshiping them as like leaders of conversation, or whatever you want to call them. Just spreading love in the universe. Just doing
I
good
don't
work.
know.
You wouldn't
Part
say
of
they're
that is
doing good work, spreading knowledge.
neither one of them, I would say, because in the Jesus scenarios that I was told being raised Catholic
Yeah, but that
was
was what
that
you were told.
he was out there preaching and like talking to crowds and going to temples and like garnering attention to God. And these other two are just like, well, Joe's like, dude, I don't give a fuck what you do, just don't fuck with me. And Lex is like, dude, just love everybody.
Oh,
The
dude,
end.
but this is another fucking. I think the word God has been skewed. Like what we got taught about what God was is not what people have been got taught what God was for thousands of years. Like any definition of God is different. And the one definition that I think most people think of, where it's like a sentient being that like created the universe, knows what's going on, like can do things, like a person up in the clouds. That I think is the
Yeah.
most unbelievable version
Accepted.
and accepted. It's like people who don't think about it. Well, like, this is a bad way to transition, but I was gonna say it.
Well,
Like my
I
dad
meant
thinks.
I meant unaccepted.
Well, like so my dad's a Catholic or whatever, religious. And I think if he just like you sit him down and be like, okay, well now, do you believe that he came back from the dead, or do you believe that it's like certain things he's gonna believe, but like a lot of it's just kind of like, kind of like
Comes
what,
with the territory.
yeah, just like who fucking knows. And so I got lost there.
That's that well, that's part of the deal. It's like you just never will know. We'll never be able to know or prove. We'll never be able to prove who killed Kennedy. Even if the exact true real documents came out and
True.
people fessed up to it, came out, we'll never know that that's true anymore. You'll never know that we'll never even know if Jesus was a human being.
Well,
Even though
that
there's people who can say that there's proof that Jesus was. Like
and
you
in
don't
my
have
mindset, because I don't believe that there is a sentient being like outside the universe. Um, I think if something created the universe and it's like sentient, and the only way we're gonna get a god, like a Christian god, is if we're like an aliens video game, then there's a sentient person like outside that created the universe, he did all the things.
yeah.
But I just don't. I think that's the only plausible way that you're gonna get that, and I don't think that that's like what when people talk about God and when people talk about like what it means to be religious. I just don't think that they're like it sucks because I think most of them actually believe in this sentient watcher, like that's a person basically that you can talk to. But for all of human history, as far as I can figure out, it's like it was never a person that you can talk to. It was always just like almost like saying like the life or the force that gives the universe life. I mean, it's
Mm,
basically like the forces of nature. Like what created this fucking thing?
yeah.
We don't know. Like that's what they called. I think that's what they called God is just like the life of the universe. It's not sentient. You can't talk to it, but we don't know what fuck it
But
is,
it's
so
a
we call it
force.
God. Yeah, it gives us
It's a
our life
force.
that we have. So I don't know. I just hate the
So,
different definitions of
in
God. It really fucks up the discussions, I think.
in your humble opinion, you don't think there's any possibility of filling cocaine and Monster Energy and just eventually discovering that there's some Anunnaki out there that just created us to harvest gold for their ships?
Yeah, but
I don't believe that,
uh,
but I just had to know.
I can't believe that because I just don't. I don't know. Just I believe that
Yeah,
schizophrenia is a real thing, and if it's
uh,
either
I
the Anunnaki are real or schizophrenia is real. There is no in between, and there is
oh yeah,
definitely
I
in
guess I
between.
believe.
There's definitely
I
in
don't know.
between,
I don't think
but
there's.
you don't think there's
I don't think
Anunnaki?
there's an in between because I think there's one. I think one's very real and the other ones aren't.
I
But the thing, well,
I could see them both being real. I guess you could have
yeah. Now that you
Anunnaki
say
and
that, I don't
schizophrenia.
have. Again, I don't have any evidence to prove one way or another that the Anunnaki are real.
But you goddamn have evidence that schizophrenia is real. It seems like. I mean, the human brain is just this like hallucinating, tripping machine anyway. So obviously it can fuck up and hallucinate other things.
Y- Yeah, that's real shit. I mean, that's real proven shit that
Yeah.
the human brain has faults or weaknesses, I guess I would say. And right now, I don't have any scientifically tested evidence to prove that Anunnaki are real.
No. But now hear what I'm just saying, just hypothetically. Um, if you were talking to the Anunnaki right now in your head, would you think that they're real or that schizophrenia might be real? Like one or the other. I
Well,
feel
you're
like what's happening to you right now, you're talking to aliens. I mean, it could be the Anunnaki talking to you.
you're
Or,
gonna well,
I mean, it's not,
I think,
I obviously think schizophrenia is real and you're not actually talking to aliens. But I'm just
but
saying that's the
dude,
options.
schizophrenics, schizophrenics, schizos
Yeah.
think that think they're talking to actual beings.
Hmm.
The voices in their head are real. Like they believe that that's real.
Exactly. But okay, so the point I'm making is that I've seen these like trucks parked and as a meme or something, but I've seen like pictures where there's these like big signs on the back of the truck that says like, what does it say? Like the government created schizophrenia. And it's this, I mean, the idea is if you're thinking you're talking to aliens and you think that you're like in this insider information and all this stuff, it's like, oh, obviously the government knows this stuff. Like the government knows everything because they've been researching for longer than you
Oh,
have.
and
So
so they think they're gonna
so
say
they
you have
know. So if
schizophrenia. And
anyone is talking about talking to aliens or talking to God or anything they don't understand, it's they're actually talking to aliens, but there's just no context and they're just to make them sound crazy that it's like, oh, the human brain couldn't fuck up. And like to me it's like
uh,
obviously the human brain could fuck up because it does it all the time. And
yeah,
schizophrenia seems like a
I
very like likely disease that exists, but or the government could have made it up. I guess that was the
yeah,
point.
I don't believe. I
But
believe the government is definitely a lot of like really fucked up and makes a lot of stuff up. I don't think schizophrenia is one of them
well,
because
the only
it's
people that
a
believe schizophrenia was made by the government are schizophrenics.
yeah, I guess that's probably true. Just with a lot of things, but like, goddamn, then you have man. I don't know when it comes to the brain. I guess it's hard to say, but like there's it is big pharma considered part of the government? I mean, not necessarily, but
Well, yeah, it's just like
they're
any big corporation. Yeah, it's got to be pretty much.
because so there's a lot of what is it? Pfizer had the biggest lawsuit in the history of the United States or the world, whatever it was,
Oh, really?
and they knew that their product was killing people, but was releasing it anyway. So the government had to know that their product was killing people,
Yeah.
but was letting it be released anyway. It's like, man, I don't know. Uh,
Yeah, I just think that
that's some
it all comes down to, um, I don't know. I just think that the brain can fuck up a few times and just, I don't know
uh,
where I was going with that, I
yeah.
guess.
Well, it doesn't take much. You look at what years. I mean, I think I've never been there, but from the sound of it, you can get to some pretty shitty parts in LA around Skid Row and see what years of drug use will do to the human brain.
Dude, well, and that's, I
You
guess,
know?
the scared straight and stuff, like all that stuff. Yeah. Because when you think of schizophrenia or you think of any like hard drug, you just go straight to the extreme and you're just like, okay, this guy's walking down the street, seeing balloons and, talking to himself.
Yeah.
And that's schizophrenic. But and also with hard drug use and stuff. But what's we don't realize is just like there's a spectrum, and it's like it starts out, smoking weed. Starts out, you start thinking that your thoughts are coming from somewhere else, and then like I mean, it just progresses. And if you keep going down that path, I can just see it like getting, it's more ingrained. It's kind of like habits, You're just I'm
Yeah.
I'm making this a
The thoughts,
habit to
the
make my
recurring
brain do
thoughts.
this. And like I'm almost wanting to make my brain do this. So of course you're just gonna keep going further and further down that path. And like
Yeah.
inside you don't even know you're doing it. You think you're talking to aliens. But like it's just a fucking dark path to be down, I
Yeah.
assume.
Dude, the brain is such a fucking sensitive thing. Like in
It
every way possible. Not even just that. Like you think about like all the football players that have CTE or any of those combat sports that have CTE or deal with concussions and kill their family or kill themselves or fucking anything, or extremely violent outbursts type stuff. And there a lot of it gets traced back to just like damage that the brain took. It's not built to take any form of abuse. Like
Hmm. Well,
the brain really isn't built to take that.
it's amazing how stable it is, though. Like, I mean, we can just build things and have societies and like go your people can go their entire lives without realizing how fragile the brain is. Like,
That's true.
it is very stable, but at the same time, yeah, it's like constantly tripping balls. I mean, like I feel like because everything visually is happening in your brain, so it's like constantly creating your reality, and obviously that could fuck up a couple times. Like seems
Yeah.
pretty damn easy to fuck up. It's amazing how good it does.
Well, yeah. I mean, it can't be that hard to fuck it up because I was listening to somebody Wolf, I can't remember his name, on Joe Rogan. And he was talking about was a NFL player, and he was talking about how he just like always had a bunch of aggression, and he doesn't know his dad, and that was always a part of it. He felt like, and he was just always like really aggressive, and so then he did this there a couple sessions of this therapy, and it's you have like a therapist there with you, obviously, but it's breathing techniques and then lights, and
Hmm.
that's all it is. And he said he went on like he tripped. He was in a Viking village, or yeah, he was like
What?
a Viking, and getting his like woman was putting on his armor more or less, and then he was going to battle and like killing people. And he said what woke him up was that like everybody in the village didn't want him to marry this woman because of something, and then but he said fuck it and married her anyway, and that was like a show that the village couldn't control him anymore, and so they like
What the
turned on
fuck?
him, and his own brother was going to kill him, and he said, well, I woke up, I came out of it because I was getting my head cut off.
And it's
And
just light
that's all
and
shit.
what was the other one?
Lights and breathing
And breathing.
exercises. That's what. And he said the whole time, you got the therapist there or whatever, but like
How the fuck is he
that's from
tripping with
nothing.
her there? I wonder. Like, I mean, is he like laying
Well,
down
I
with his
doubt they
eyes
were
closed?
talking, the whole time. I bet they talked him through the breathing exercises and the beginning of the lights or whatever, and then they just kind
I
of like
wonder what the
faded
lights
off.
look
And
like. If is it just like this like LED panel, kind of like the one I bought, and they're just like just like this big square thing right above your face, and they're all doing this crazy shit, like
yeah,
crazy
dude, I don't
patterns.
know. I don't know, but I mean that's nothing. That's not a drug induced
No,
thing,
well,
you
that's the
know?
same as I've always wanted to try the ping pong balls, and you lay down with a
Oh yeah,
red
the
light,
static.
I think, and you play static. I don't know if you need the red light or not. Well, yeah, why would you need the ping pong balls if you don't have a light? I think you play red light, ping pong balls, and static.
Yeah, I've always wondered, but I don't know how. Hmm.
Have a quiet enough
Yeah, I've
house.
never tried that one, but that's but remember when we used to do the whole like making ourselves pass out thing?
Oh yeah.
People do that. Like people pass out, get choked out and stuff in real life. And that's damaging to the brain. But god damn, it like feels good. You
Does
know?
it? See, now I everyone said it felt good. We'd always like either choke yourself out or do the breathing thing and pass out. And like
Hmm?
everyone always, I mean, yeah, it felt good, but it was more like we were just like doing something. It was like something to do. I don't remember. I kind of remember a couple times it feeling a little good. Like when you wake up, it's kind of like a little tingling
Yeah.
feeling. Like
Yeah. That's what dude.
becoming conscious again feels
Breathe.
good.
Yeah, the breathing one doesn't feel as good, but when you had somebody like
Oh,
fucking had
I'm
somebody
sure
like
I have. I wonder
actually.
if I ever have.
Oh, I definitely did that.
Because I
Oh
remember, so
yeah,
you
dude.
put your
And
hands
then
up, so
dude,
when the
and
hands
then
drop.
you're out. I mean, you're out for yeah, you fucking drop when you drop, your hands drop, you're fucking done. And you're
Remember
out
that?
for like a good 15, 20 seconds, Not out, but like you're out for
Yeah,
probably like 5 seconds.
just yeah.
But you're feeling it coming all back for,
It does seem like you
you
don't
know,
freak out much, like when you're getting choked out. And I don't remember if I even got choked out, because you just gotta like let go, not fight it,
yeah.
and like that's fun. That's a fun exercise. Like, just don't fight it. Just don't fight it. Just let it go.
Yeah, just don't let it.
um,
Just accept
yeah, just you're gonna die.
it.
It's fine. Um, But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's funny because that's essentially what we were doing, is telling our bodies to just be cool with it.
yeah, be cool. You're not gonna. You don't know that you will live through this. Like,
Yeah, we had no
he
idea. We
could
were in
just
fucking
continue
high
to
school.
choke you.
Yeah,
Um,
you have no idea that this guy's gonna just fucking be like, "Okay, well, why not just keep
and your
fucking
brain just like, it's
squeezing?"
fine, it's fine.
You're overreacting. Fuck. Let me just make your body feel good while you're doing this, and
See, I just don't know if I ever felt really that good doing it. I never really got like, doesn't seem like I ever got that big of a high from it. It was more of just like, oh, this is fun.
were you there when we did it in Stratton, and then like
Oh yeah.
Daniel League showed up, and we were all just like out there making all of us cells pass out.
I don't remember
Just
Daniel League, but I just remember there was like 20 of us or like 15 of us or something. Like 10 of us. I don't
yeah,
fucking know. There's a lot of us. We've got in a big circle in the park in Stratton
yeah,
where a dude killed
yeah,
himself a few years ago. And
yeah.
it looked, knowing all that stuff, it probably looked really weird. Like, and we're probably like around, we were probably like circling the tree where he hung himself. Like, and then we all like pass out in a big circle around it all at the same time. Fucking
It just looked like a cult.
looked cultish, yeah, I bet. But no, that
I
was
don't. We
fucking
weren't surrounding the tree that he
not a
hung
single
himself on.
sober
We were.
person, like not a single conscious person there to, in case something went wrong. We like all passed out at the same time in a big circle. Other than the breathing technique, but oh,
Yeah, it was a lot safer.
everyone like hits their head on the fucking ground. No one's even catching us. What the fuck?
We're literally just fucking all laying on the ground. Just
Oh, I hope so. Um,
oh
and
god.
it's I can imagine us. We're like, all right, crouch down so you don't fall as far. Like when you fall.
Yep. Yep. Well, part of it was you had to like lean over
But it was when you
and
stood up.
then
You stood up, right? You stood up really fast and
yeah,
like
you
blew
had
on
to
your
lean
finger.
over. Yeah, you had to lean over and breathe in and out like 10 times really long and then stand up and blow on your thumb as hard as you could. And
Is it
you would
you
just
lean over or is it like you squat down like to your butt on the ground? I don't remember.
no, I think you leaned over because it had to do with the blood rushing to your head. And then you would stand up and blow, and all the blood would come like rushing down, and you'd fucking what a ride!
What it, oh, it's like I want to call it like jailbreaking your body or something, you know, like we're just like we're just like fucking with like the blood rate to our brain to get like a little bit of a high. Like we're just
We just needed something. We needed
jailbreaking
something.
the brain, yeah.
Oh, we were dumb.
Oh
We're
yeah.
fucking dumb. But you know what's cheesy? Those, which now you look at it and you're like, wow, that's cheesy and dumb because we're fucking older. But whenever we would be able to get the gang together and do those airsoft fights, that was fun.
Yeah, those are the best times. Like I can't remember anywhere else besides like Paul's house and the school, but
Yeah, we did the North 40, Paul's house. We did Jensen's house one time.
the I don't remember Jensen's house. Maybe I do, but Dylan Peterson had some fucking hell of ones, but I never went to those. Uh, just I think that was paintball too. They go out to a junkyard and shoot each other with airsoft, and I just never went out to his junkyard. That sounded like the best fucking time.
Yeah, I never did either. Um, I just remember I only remember the school and Paul's and Jensen's because Jensen's we played a game of capture the flag and the flag was in the middle. Somebody pissed on it before they put it on there,
Yeah, that was
and
Jensen's.
Walter
Okay,
went
I
and
was there.
grabbed the
The
flag
big
and was like
barn,
so happy he got it.
the barn, and
Ugh.
Ben Fox is all like decked out in all his clothes.
Yep.
Um,
At Paul's house?
no, well, see, now I think it was no one I'm thinking about was Paul's because the barn was Paul's barn. Yeah,
Isn't Paul's house is where Caleb stepped on that pitchfork and
is
fucking
that
went through
where?
his
Okay,
foot.
so the one I remember is Pitchforks. Was that Paul's house
Yeah. Right?
or was it
I'm pretty
Jensen's?
sure.
Because to me, I
See now I
remember
don't
like this weird. You remember you were talking about Walter, and I remember going to somewhere else, and I think like this barn is like in the middle of the. It wasn't Paul's barn. It was kind of in the middle of
Yeah,
the.
because Ball's barn was right in the middle of everything, so
Well, and fuck, that just
yeah,
destroys my argument because my barn was in the middle of everything, but it was a different barn. I think it was a different barn.
Mm,
It makes me think it was Jensen's
yeah.
where Caleb
Either
stepped on
way,
the pitchfork.
those fucking those airsoft fights were so fun. But there was no like we weren't pros, obviously, and so there was nobody just hit and like going back to the start or something. It was just like you just getting hit over and over and running, just like dude, just
Yeah.
taking shots and just
And they would chase you for as far as they could to shoot you, and you would run as far as you
yep,
could. Like the only reason you stopped getting
yep,
shot was because you got away from them.
yep, yeah, I ran him. That's all it was. Oh
Dude,
God.
I'm fucking down to do that again though. I mean, we stretch out, we get all lumbered up, and we go to the North 40. It's
Oh,
fucking
the North
except for
40.
the money
But the
that's
North 40 was
involved.
hard. The North 40 was hard because it was only like it was straight line worth of shit. You know, like
Mm,
it was a trail. That was just like a straight line.
well,
I mean, it
yeah,
it
but
looped back and forth, but there was no like terrain to really move back and forth. I don't know.
I'm
Like
sure
at
it could
Paul's
be
house,
a
you had the
lot better.
trees.
But like, I thought it was neat because you had the quarry, that one area with like the big pit or whatever, the big cliff. You had
Yeah.
the dirt
Yep.
and the trail went up on top of it. So there was that
Yeah.
area, and then there
Uh-huh.
was the big open area, over to the right, and then there was there's trees all around the top and on the side. And then there was a big
I don't
another the
think we should do that
Widowmaker
again.
was a big old dude.
I think a
I
bunch of
fucking love it.
30-year-olds. I've been thinking a bunch of 30-year-olds running around the high school, like North 40, shooting each other with airsoft guns would look really fucked up to a lot of people.
Well, the guns and the run around shooting people, yeah. But if we're drunk, then we don't have to worry about them.
No, mine's more about the 30-year-olds. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck? What the
See,
fuck are these guys
now we
doing?"
know we're 30, but I don't know, man. I don't like I was thinking about this earlier. It's like what I've been called young, looking young for like my whole life, but at some point our faces are going to like start looking all fucking old. And
Dude, I don't feel like I look young anymore. I
I
feel
don't
like I
think I
look
do
like I'm
either, but
fucking
people
30.
like always like, "Oh, you I don't know. It maybe this is like a couple years ago. Maybe I was young a couple years ago." And people would say this, but
Yeah,
I just see it
good
because
old
I'm like
days.
popping pimples and shit, and I just see like it's like, oh, this fucking face is gonna look, this skin's gonna look fucking weird, all scarred up and nasty here soon.
Dude, I just thought about something. So we always do the camping trip for my birthday. We go always go down. Well, around my birthday, go down to Pinkle Village and fucking do a little camp. And we
Paul's
always do that
birthday.
around my birthday.
Sorry.
No, we always do it around my birthday.
Mm,
And then
and this year,
this year we're not doing like well, we're not going to be doing that for my birthday. We're not going to be doing anything as the group for my birthday because I'm going to have a newborn. But we're making up for doing it not on my or not doing it on my birthday by being in Miami for years and Mitch's birthday. So it works
and I
out.
didn't want that to be like I did like I was it's like oh it's about Mitch, but like I was like fuck it's gonna be sweet to like the day but what was it it was May 4th is always like the day before our birthdays, so I don't know. It's like that's got to be involved, and then like it'd be cool because if it can work out and have my birthday in there too, like fucking work is perfect. His birthday has to be
Well,
on
I didn't even
Friday.
think about this, dude. We're going to be in Miami, which isn't like Mexico,
It could be
obviously.
Mexico,
But
yeah.
we're gonna be in Miami on Cinco de Mayo, which is a Friday.
And Mitch's birthday's on a Friday. Cinco
Yeah, but Mitch's birthday,
Cinco de
I ain't
Mayo's on a
doing.
Friday, and
Yep,
Florida's full
dude.
of Cubans and Colombians smuggling drugs. They're like
Cubans and
Hispanic.
that's why I said.
They're all about
That's why I
Cinco
said
de
it's not
Mayo.
Mexico. They
It's
don't give a fuck about Cinco de Mayo.
No one gives a fuck about
Cinco
Cinco
de
de Mayo
Mayo
except for Mexico. I mean, I get it, but
it's the Mexican Independence Day. Yes, they're the only ones who give a fuck
I
about
thought
Cinco de
Hispanics
Mayo.
would have cared about it. You could have fooled me.
I
Even
don't.
Latinos, I would have put in like, oh, Cinco de Mayo for power. That's what that means.
Well, don't do that when we're down there. Unless don't say it unless
Well,
it's
I'm
said to
glad
you.
we found out
'Cause-
now. I didn't know it was a Mexican holiday. I mean, yeah, Cinco de
yeah.
Mayo. I think of Mexico first, but didn't know it was Mexican Independence Day. Didn't know what it was about. It's the history and the politics thing.
Um.
I'm gonna learn.
Hey, you're just racist as fuck, dude. You're like, oh, that guy's dark. You like Cinco de Mayo.
Well, as long as you
Yeah,
can get the
that's
work
all.
done in a reasonable amount of time, then it's fine. I don't care what color your skin is. Uh,
Um, so, dude, I'm really pushing for you and Mitch, you and or Mitch, to get some ladies back to the place. I can walk around the block a few
oh, you
times.
mean in Miami?
You guys,
Dude,
yeah.
I'm gearing up, man. Do you see my, I'm getting the skills are not there. Like I'm working on
Yeah,
it.
but you haven't shaved your head yet, so I don't have faith
No,
in
my
you.
ball, dude, balls are weird too. I'm not gonna shave my head until after Miami. I would like to.
Come on.
I would like to wait till after Miami, and I can't even like trim it to like a length I would like. Like it sucks, man. Not having control over your
I,
future sucks, or your body. You
I'm
know,
I'm not gonna get the luxury. Um,
my body, my choice. But
but
that's what
yeah,
they say.
you and Mitch just bring a couple of ladies up to the place because it's your guys' birthdays. I'll do a few laps around the place or walk to the beach. I wonder if the beach closes at night. I'm gonna
No,
walk down there by myself
we
and
gotta just hang out there all fucking night, or maybe not all night, but we gotta see like sunrise there. That'd be sweet.
oh, you and okay. I just don't want to. I don't want to go to Miami and be fifth wheeling. Well, Blaine will be there, and Blaine's got a girlfriend. All right, Blaine
We're
and
not
I
gonna
can do
get like
shit.
yeah, we're not gonna get like girlfriends and hang out with them the whole time while we're there. They're gonna want to go doing whatever they're doing. Um,
You don't know that.
we have to get a
Maybe
new
we're just gonna
girlfriend
be that
every
much
night.
fun.
That's our. We could make a rule that you get a new girlfriend every night. Doesn't matter what you got going. You don't have to have sex with them if you like fell in love the first night, but you can't hang out with them the second night. Like you gotta.
I'm gonna. I'm going to be the best wingman you guys have ever had.
I'm just starting to
I don't.
appreciate wingmans. I need one.
I'm literally gonna be, dude. I've got the best playing card. Like I'm literally just gonna be able to say, it's these motherfuckers' birthday. Let's see what's good. Okay. And they're gonna be like, nice, let's do shots.
It's my
Like, and they're
bachelorette
all gonna be
party.
buying. They're all gonna be like, well, yeah, we're gonna buy him around, and I'm gonna be
I
like,
never
sweet.
thought of
And they
that.
go buy around, and I'm like, me too, right? Like,
You're gonna get
I
forgotten.
did the work.
Um,
I
we'll buy
did the
you
work.
shots
I'm
every
gonna
time
be
you get forgotten. We'll buy you one, and we'll make a big deal about it. And be like,
okay.
okay, well, here's the guy who fucking for the biggest wingman, the best wingman in the town. You get a
Everyone,
double, and they're gonna feel
everyone's
so
just,
bad.
uh, God damn it.
I never thought
And
about
you know
getting
what's funny?
drinks
If it
because
doesn't,
We're getting down there on Wednesday, on my birthday. So it's like
yep.
I don't know what the fuck we're gonna
Oh
do.
yeah, dude.
We're gonna have all the
You should have
fucking
fucking,
fun in the world. God damn it.
dude. You fucked up, man. You should have came down here and flew with
Oh
us. I know
fuck
the drive would
you.
have sucked. I know the drive would have sucked, but then you could have spent more of your birthday with us.
Yeah, but you wanted to leave at 9 a.m. on fucking Saturday morning.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with it because that didn't happen now. We're not leaving
Time
till
versus
4.
money. That's true. I guess we're stuck with the one I chose. Um,
Yep. And you could have we could have all
okay.
gotten up at the
I would
ass crack of dawn and drove to the airport
no,
and just started drinking right away.
dude, that would have been great. And I'm all for it. But the drive home after Miami, a 9-hour drive
Yeah.
home on
Yeah, that would
on
have
the day of
sucked.
my recovery. Like, no, I need that day of recovery. I don't want to be driving the whole day. So
Well, you could have just taken Monday off then
I
and
probably
stayed
fucking
at
did.
Tyler's.
Knowing me, I took Monday off because I only need 4 days to make my work week. I only need 4 days, so like fuck them. Schedule me on 5 days a week. But
I'm so excited. I'm so stoked to just be in Miami.
because we have my birthday and then Mitch and I's birthday and then Mitch's birthday
And
and then
then
shark cage diving. Fucking, it's coming
and then
up
the day where
soon, man. We're gonna be like a month away here,
I
fucking soon.
isn't that fucking crazy, dude? It's already here. I feel like it was not that long ago that we were talking and we are like, oh, dude, it's still like 8 months away, dude. We have so much time.
But now that
And
we
now
said
it's
that, these 2 months are gonna fucking this 1 month, I think. Like March is gonna drag
it,
on now.
March is already dragging on for me because we got St. Patrick's Day. That's coming slow.
What's
I
the
got
middle of the
Mustache
month? I
March.
was just
That's
thinking
going.
it's already March 7th. Like
That's not the middle of the month. That's a weekend of
no,
March, my
St.
guy.
Patrick's Day.
But oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But then I got St. Patrick's Day. I got Mustache March, where I'm trying to just fucking get through and be done with. Um, I hate it.
Dude, I
I hate
love
it.
the stubble and then the thicker mustache. I fucking love that look actually. It reminds me of
Yeah.
some people I've seen on famous people. I don't remember who they are. And then I
Well,
wear my
I and
red
if I ask
beanie.
Zach,
I'm a cheech.
if I look at Zach, or if I ask Zach, he'd probably tell me that, yeah, dude, stubble's totally cool. But if it's Mustache March, and I'm committing to the
No,
mustache,
you
so
should,
tomorrow
and
morning I'm shaving,
I'm not saying it's legit. I'm not
shaving all
saying
stuff.
my mustache is legit mustache March. I'm just saying because I haven't shaved it yet, I like it more. I haven't seen myself
But
clean shaven yet.
also the most important reason, um, why March is dragging for me, is because opening day for the MLB is March 30th and
What the
30th, and it's just going so slow. I just want to watch some. I
you
can watch baseball,
you don't even watch
but it's just going.
baseball.
I do too watch baseball,
Oh, you actually
but
watch
I've
them?
been slacking off with spring training because it means nothing. It's fun to watch when I'm bored, but it doesn't mean anything. So opening day is March 30th, and then the Mariners are gonna fucking, you know what I mean? That's what they're gonna do. It's-
I just gotta commend this hotel's internet. They've been doing fucking good. Um, the XFL already started.
yeah, I didn't know that. We have to figure out how to stream live. If we can
What
figure,
do you mean?
can
Oh,
well, we
like
can't do that
Twitch?
unless we go on.
Well, it's either Twitch or YouTube. I would say.
Well, if we can figure it out, um, I'm ready to do a
I
fucked
forgot
up
we had to
football
do it
whenever you
live.
are, man.
Yeah.
That would
Um.
one of that would be that'd be cool. We need to set a date. Let's come up with a date.
Well, yeah,
Everybody
we'll come up
that
with a
listens to
date and we'll
this,
get us fucking all anxious and we'll do it. Um.
yeah,
What?
anybody that listens to this far into this podcast should do the whole deal on Spotify or wherever that you can give us feedback on like what did you think of this episode and tell us what XFL game we should do fucked up
How many
football for.
weeks
We're
do
gonna
we have
go.
to prepare?
I don't think we really got into detail about what we're gonna do. We're gonna do obviously XFL game. We're gonna play a game that we like to call fucked up football, uh, where we can detail the game out later, or we can just talk about it right now. It's
Definitely.
obviously
Yeah.
it's gonna get us incredibly fucked up, but we didn't want to do it for an NFL game because people actually care about that, and we're gonna be talking the whole time and fucking everything. So the XFL, we're gonna just try and do a live stream, not stream it on here, not stream the actual game on here. We'll be watching the game. We will pause it at the beginning of the game, tell you what the time is at exactly. Then whenever anybody decides to tune in, we'll play it, and then we'll just be talking about what's going on in the game, all while playing fucked up football. And fucked up football is okay. So there is a Hall of Fame for this game. I didn't make it.
Well, hang
I
on.
wasn't a part of the actual
Hang
creation of
on.
it.
We started it in Crete. We at college, at my college. Uh, what was it on? Like a PlayStation 3. Paul's PlayStation 3. We made Dundee County, which is where we went to high school. We sucked, and then we made Cambridge, who was really good when we were in high school, and we lived with some people from Cambridge, and we were rivals, kind of. So we thought we were rivals. They were
Yeah,
just the best
yeah,
team in
we
the
did.
fucking area.
Yeah,
But anyway, we created two teams with all the players we knew on our team and their team. We created all the players. So the Cambridge team was like 95s across the board, and we were like 45s across the board. I mean, we just made our team way worse. And then we just simulated the two teams playing against each other. We didn't, nobody had a controller. We just let the two computers play each other, and then we drink for almost every play. It's like 6 drinks for a touchdown. It's a lot of drinking, but
well,
it's
we
hard.
might
It's
as well
hard
just
to finish it because like you can't piss. You can only piss during. You're drinking constantly, and you can only piss during quarters and halftime. So that's probably the single biggest killer of because you cannot miss a drink, and you can't break any rules
see.
to
I don't
get
know
into
what's
this
bigger.
Hall of
So
Fame. You
there,
got to do the whole fucking game without breaking any rules, and you get into the Hall of Fame. You basically you won the game, and there's
And that's
not a
the
whole lot
Hall
of
of
people can
Fame
complete a game.
is. But I made it. I made the Hall of Fame once,
At
maybe
least
maybe
once.
twice.
I'm sure you made it three
I think
times.
this I think the second one was good. I don't know about a third time, um
You
but the rules are just outlined. This isn't the we always forget some and there's some gray areas with other
would
ones,
always have to
but
ask Beans.
like he said, like he said, touchdown is 6 points, safety is 2 points, extra point is one, field goal is three. So you drink for every points that are in the game. That's all there is to that. And then timeouts a drink, first downs a drink,
Loss of
loss of yards is
yards.
a drink, sack is a drink,
Sack is 2 drinks.
uh, sack is two
Oh,
drinks.
technically, sack is 1 drink, and loss of
Yeah,
yards is
because
one
loss of
drink. God
down,
damn it! It's hard to fucking
sack
keep
is
track.
two. Um, kick or turnovers. So this is the one. This is a big killer, and it's not a killer for forgetting, like missing drinks. It can fucking ruin the game for you. Turnovers,
Damn.
fumbles slash interceptions are finish your beer. So whether you just open one or whether you only have a drink left, it's just finish that beer.
Oh, I forgot
But
about that one.
you get into some fucking gnarly games where there's each quarterback throws 2 interceptions and there's a couple fumble recoveries and that's 6 beers. It's a lot of fucking drinking.
Well, it's always like a
And the
touchdown and then a fumble recovery or something. So then you're just like, oh fuck. Well, now I have 6 drinks plus another beer. I mean,
yep.
and you
And
can't
then on
piss.
top of that, so the one of the gray area rules is the challenge. Like we never
Is
really
that a
got
gray area rule? What's your question?
well because is the challenge a drink, and if so,
Yes.
what is what is it? Didn't we bring in whether it's overturned or not?
Yeah, we talked about it being like finish your beer, but I think we changed it to maybe just 2 drinks. It's like 1 drink just for the challenge, and then like 2 drinks. Or I think it probably started like finish your beer because it never happens. But maybe we changed it to two
Yeah,
drinks. So
because
you're right.
that
That
was
is
supposed to be the
controversial.
deal with yeah, it's a gray area one,
It's either
and
finish
then
your beer or 2 drinks, I would say.
and then a fourth down where they don't make the first is technically a turnover, correct? Because it's a turnover on downs.
A turnover, yeah. Well, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I think that one's pretty easy. I think that one's a turnover because there's not
Well, a
like
turnover,
fourth downs very often.
and that's a finish your beer.
But a third down is
Then
not a fucking
uh, the only
first down.
time at
That's the
any
one.
point, the
I
only
don't know.
time at any point that you don't drink during this game is if there is a second or third down that goes for a gain of less than 10 yards.
Yeah, because first down you
Not
drink.
losses. It's a gain, but less than 9 yards. 9 yards or less. But if you
God,
get the first down, it's a drink.
he used to something.
But if you get
We used to have complete passes or incomplete passes used to be a fucking rule too, and
that sounds fucking
it
obnoxious.
honestly was. I think we got rid of it because it was just like there's no time you're not drinking. Like
And then
I think his
what
incomplete
was
used to
I
be a
gonna
drink.
say? Oh, if there's a black person on the field.
Every kickoff, we'd always have to start off with a drink. There's always a
Yep.
black person on the field. It's weird.
As always.
That started
Uh,
from we created all the people on Dundee County's team, and one of the kids that lived with us in our house, Das house. He didn't live with us there, but his name was Caleb, and he was dope. And we made him on Dundee County's team, even though he's not from there, and we made him black. So because we created every single player that was playing, and
that's why he
there
was on
was
kickoff.
well, he was on everything, but he was on kickoff. So that's the only time we could notice him. Because what I was saying is like we created every single team from the parts of the country where we're from, and there was no black person on our team. So when there's one black person on the field and the entire team created without any other black people, he's easy to notice, and that's why he's a drink. So it's not just during kickoff. It's just kickoff was the easiest to notice because it happened first.
Oh god damn it, that's funny. Yeah, well anyway, so we're gonna do that to the XFL. There more than likely will be more than one black person on the field, and we won't it won't be simulated. I'm sure that they're actually conscious and doing stuff. So yeah, we don't know when it's gonna. Well, if we don't get any comments on this, then we're just gonna have to
Well, the
pick
XFL,
a
I
date
feel
and
like
do
we
it.
gotta do it like within 2 weeks or something. Like we gotta fucking try because without any fire under our asses, I'm not gonna learn how to do Twitch or YouTube. Like, I haven't uploaded one YouTube video ever. We're gonna
Okay,
have to start
so I
doing that.
say by the next episode of You'd Be Dead,
Oh God.
we'll have our Twitch channel set up. That's all. That's what we need more than anything is a Twitch channel set up for You'd Be Dead,
Twitch or
and
YouTube or
then
both.
or yeah, okay, we will let you know. Yeah, if whatever our live stream is, our live stream platform, we will let you know what that is and what our channel is, and then
In a couple
from
weeks,
that
we'll
point
be
on,
fucking getting wasted on live stream.
yep, it'll be a good time. It's gonna get sloppy.
Oh yeah.
The
Not
shitty thing, the shitty thing is too, from where I do my podcast in my house, where I record this, we only have one bathroom, so I have to run all the way upstairs, all the way through the house, down the hallway, and then to the bathroom. And
where you gotta piss.
that's gonna be no. I'm just
Oh, you're
saying for
talking
when
about
we do
yeah.
fucked up football.
I just remember last
So
podcast
like
we did. I looked up.
I can't.
There was a few You'd Be Dead. Or there was a few XFL games on.
We can't. I can't. I can't push that like piss to the end of the quarter if it's like to the point where I could piss my pants. To where if I like don't open one door and pull down my pants, I'll be in the bathroom. I can't if I can't put it off that long because then I have to run through a full house to get there
Well, it's not
first.
like. I mean, we don't try to put it off that long. It's more of. I think that's the most important rule is the pissing at quarters, just because it's the one that breaks everyone. But
Well, and you're so good, dude. You're the first like 4 minutes of that is the easiest. And then you get down to the last few minutes of the half and you're like in
yeah,
quarters 2 and quarters 4,
but
you're like,
I think it's so. I think it's probably not that big of a deal if you're just like not already drunk in the first quarter because uh I always forget to piss. I always forget a quarter. Like I always just blow through a quarter just being drunk and not even think about it. I don't even think about it and then it fucks me over in the end at halftime.
well, when you and Mitch came to my place in Grand Island and we did it, I lost because and it wasn't even the piss. I had to shit. I had to shit so bad at halftime that and they kept calling timeouts over and over and doing the out of bounds plays to where it wouldn't get over and I was like fucking pacing back and forth, jumping around, and then I finally just had to go and I no more than got my pants down in that bathroom and I was shooting shit out of my ass before I even sat on the seat. Like I could not have put that off any further and that I'm worried. I'm worried about that rule. Like that's at some point as a man we're gonna have to just stop playing this game because it's gonna give us prostate cancer for how long we have to hold our fucking piss and shit in if we have to
Yeah,
fucking piss that bad.
it's worth it. I mean, you gotta like, you gotta work out the prostate. You gotta get rid of that cancer in the off season.
Oh shit.
You gotta be healthy. All right,
Wow.
I got 5 times 6 plus 7. That's 37. Uh, 37% of people are younger than us. So more than that are older than us in the U.S.
Wow. So they're still more
37%
than half.
young, bitch. Um,
Yeah, but they're still older. Well, no, because you didn't do. Did you do us or younger than us?
no, I just did. It's like 25 to 29 years. So I just said we're 30. and so
Okay.
everyone lower than 29 was 37% or so, 38% below 30,
So
and so there's
we are
60%,
we're in the majority of that then
37,
if you gave us
38.
30.
Yeah, like 62% older than us. But that doesn't count our age, so I guess I don't know. It probably fucking doesn't matter.
Well, it does. If you said we're 30, it does. 29
No.
and lower
No,
is
it really
37.
doesn't matter because it's 25 to 29 and then it's 30 to 34. And I just like between those
Oh.
two splits, I was like, we're between 29 and 30. Like our group doesn't matter. So
Yeah,
technically, the
okay.
people
Yeah.
who are 29 or the people who are 30 are older than us, which is true.
It
But the
is
people who
true.
are
Yeah.
29 are also included in the people younger than us. So what are you gonna do?
So it fits. It fits.
So you cut them out, and there are
Uh,
even less people younger than us. So
yeah. Yeah, the majority of people are still older than us, so the majority of people are getting their information from Fox News and CNN and MSNBC.
and they're so much smarter than us too. Or there's so much more. We agreed that younger people are smarter, but older people have so much more knowledge. um,
Just yeah, knowledge, but I don't know. I think maybe younger people have more book smarts, but old people just have more knowledge.
yeah, because book smarts gets updated every year, and so
Y-
like the older
Yep.
people's shit gets outdated. But
But they remember it.
it's like just living as a human, like they fucking know what's up.
Yeah, experience brings knowledge,
These
but
kids are never gonna know what experience is like.
it's true. But man, it's about 10:30. I think I'm clocking out.
Yeah, I don't
Finish
think
my
I'm gonna
beer and
go. I don't think I'm
big
gonna
sleep.
go anywhere. Probably not
Oh,
gonna go
are you gonna get this
downstairs.
uploaded?
Probably not. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll be a stand in front of the door for about 2 minutes and decide on that.
Okay. Well, if you don't go down, make sure you get this uploaded, boy.
Nah, I'll get it uploaded. Probably not going down. Probably just gonna hang out and go to bed. But
Well, I think you should do both.
it's the struggle. It's hard, but it's worth it. You gotta if you want to get anywhere in this world, it's a struggle. So
Got to
fucking
fight for it. Yep.
gonna fight for it. If that ass
All right.
is
Well,
strong enough.
I say we I say we throw the anvil down on this episode 11, my guy.